Hello, hello. There we go. Let me make sure everything is working here. Hello, May. Hey, right back at you, buddy. That's why we check. What a start. What you didn't hear me do was cough in my intro there. So that was great. Now the mic's not working. Oh man, hello everybody. Hey, just said Harris. Hello, Ham and the Cuts crew. Hello, hello. Hey, Timko the Wolfbar. Good to see you, my friend. How is the run going? I'm gonna get to that in a moment. I'm gonna get to that. Super Frank, hey, game sound is fine. Is that an offline Sweden run I am spotting? Yeah, I've been doing, I usually, whenever these things come out, I have an offline run I'm doing in order to make like videos and stuff. So I just released that, that ship designer tutorial, and you'll notice it was with Sweden. So yeah, I've been doing an offline run with Sweden to test out all the new stuff. Yep, sound is back. Yes, thank you. Oh man, what a start. So yeah, part of the reason why the sound got messed up is I had to restart the game right before we started because they just released a big new hotfix, 12.13.5, and it's done some stuff. My favorite hotfix patch note from today's patch: finally captured and eliminated Henry Ford's mischievous clone. Oh my god. Yeah, I didn't get that far down. I didn't see that a hotfix had come out, I swear, until about 20 minutes ago. And I was like, oh damn it, I gotta turn the game off, download the hotfix, and then restart the game. Hey, Yushiromiya, hello. Beatrice, hello. Welcome. So yeah, so I downloaded the hotfix, restarted the game, which is what messed up my mic here. Started reading the patch notes, didn't get all the way through it. Hey, King Hulk, hello, good morning, Ham, and fellow loyal subjects. That's right. Good to see you, my friend. How you doing? Unfortunately, this new hotfix has bricked our save. And I think it's just specifically a Japan thing, because all of my 1.13 saves load up, but the Japan one does not. And I suspect it's because of all the unique Japan content and the changes they've made to Japan stuff. So unfortunately, our option is to either continue the Japan run without this hotfix in 1.13.4, which I think would also mean just not doing any hotfixes that come out for the rest of the run, or restart the run. Yeah, I thought that based on the title. Yeah, I literally just changed that title like 5 minutes ago because I was like, it was about 10:20. It's like 10 minutes before the stream starts, and I just find out that the save is bricked. And I'm like, oh my god, I've got 10 minutes to decide, do I continue the rest of this series, never including any hotfixes, or do I just restart it? So we're gonna restart. Which, to be honest with you, might be kind of a blessing in disguise. The series we were doing, we basically, like, we didn't go for the Meiji Restoration and modernizing Japan because of some of the achievements we were going for. So we were kind of stuck with the Shogunate for the rest of the run. Now, I guess since we're restarted, we can actually kind of go for modernization. So maybe it's a blessing in disguise. Doing great because I'm able to tune into the stream, unlike past week, but I guess I didn't miss much since we're restarting out. Yeah, there you go. Last week, I guess, was a good week to miss because now you're going to see the start of it. So let's do this. I mean, I usually, when I start a new stream, I usually plan out the beginning moves of what I'm going to do. And I mean, I did that with Japan for when we started it a couple weeks ago. But I haven't actually prepared like my opening moves and everything for today because I didn't know we were going to do this until about 10 minutes ago. Pacho say the following changes have been made to the game compared to 1.13.4. Might do a single day run with another nation and see if another hotfix fixes the incompatibility. Oh, okay. Oh, not compatible English. Yeah, I know. I'm right there with you. Sometimes English is hard for me too. But whatever. Let's restart this. Let's just do it. Like I said, it might be a blessing in disguise. We can now modernize. All right. The strength of the ruling Tokugawa shogunate is failing. With famine and unrest spreading all across the country, the Edo period has lasted in Japan for over 200 years. Will it be able to last for 200 more? Let's do it. What's interesting is in the patch notes, they mention that the political concessions. So when you're negotiating with interest groups for laws, you always had that option for political concessions, which is such an easy thing to pick. Now it says, though, it's going to cost authority, which is interesting. I'd like to see how that works out. Clearly, I haven't had a chance to, like, play with it at all, but that is a big change. This is a very big change. And apparently... Oh yeah, we don't start with the Navy. Navies will now get experience, veterancy levels, just like armies do. Are we going to expand just by colonizing and annexing subjects, or are we planning to take Joseon and Great Qing territory? I do want to take this because there's a whole like journal entry and events for it. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't show here, but eventually there's a whole like narrative events for it. So eventually I want to do that for sure. All right, what are we doing with tech to start? Oh my god. What are we doing? I don't remember what the opening moves were, so we're doing this in real time here. All right. Yeah, we are in traditionalism, right? So we'll start with romanticism because we got to get through cotton gin and lathe. So I'm always kind of split on this. So we know for a fact that tech spread is going to give us cotton gin, and then it's going to go for lathe. So we can let tech spread do those two, and then start going for the Atmo engine, because romanticism. Yeah, we're gonna... Okay, so hold on. We're gonna go with romanticism first. The reason for that is, I forgot too, in order to get interventionism, a lot of people like it. Usually you really need the industrialists, or the Gosho. And the Gosho, because of the Edo status system, are going to be marginalized for quite some time. So hopefully all the interest groups stay like this on interventionism, but we're gonna start with romanticism first. Hey Andre, hello, greetings Sam. Unfortunately, it seems that following the new DLC from Paradox, the best approach right now is to stream the new features first and then start a campaign a week later. Yeah, it kind of seems like that, right? It kind of seems like that. That's what happened to us here. But you know what? It's going to be great. It's going to be great. I'm just coming down from my last 10 minutes of panic. At the save for this series is no longer working. I'm now in the acceptance phase of that, and I'm now embracing the new stream here, the new series, I guess. I'll have to figure out what I'm calling the old episodes. All right, so we'll do that. You know what? And then we are gonna just help tech spread along because we'll get through these faster. We'll get the Atmo engine. Let's see. Mechanical tools, railways, water tube boiler. Now, tech spread will do its thing through here, but we'll add it to the list anyway. Because we do... I want to get to general staff. Now, so this is a lot of stuff to add in, but by the time we get to number 7 here, I'm hoping quite a few of these have already been taken by tech spread, and then we'll just be able to do whatever the rest is. So we'll keep that as is for now. We might end up reordering some of that stuff anyway. I started the Korea run, by the way, and I learned a few things. One, the Qing market is still garbage. Getting independence as far away from Europe is bloody hard because of new strategic region involvement. Yeah. If you stay as a monarchy as Korea, then upon independence, you can proclaim Korean Empire and get a sick purple map color. Oh, nice. Okay. As you need fleet to move armies around, now the only country you can be military sport is Russia because no one has fleet large enough. Oh, yeah. Or ship sizable army in time. That's a good point. Yeah, because people can't move armies around as easily. Good point, good point. All right, let's remind ourselves about our government. So we start off with Shogun Tokugawa Ayanari. So he's a hedonist. Okay, so clergymen have lowered political strength. You start with expensive taste. I kind of forgot about that. We get that 5% tax waste. And arrogant, we lose 5% legitimacy. So this guy sucks. So what do we want to pass first? Obviously, we want to get off traditionalism. We want to get off Sakoku. Though, we might wait on Sakoku. Oh, yeah, we also have, if I can remember, we have a lot of taxation capacity problems. So eventually it will be very beneficial to us to get on appointed bureaucrats. But I don't think we're going to be able to do that now. Now, the thing I have to decide, so we're on serfdom. There's an achievement we couldn't get last time. Thanks, Obama. As Japan, prior to abolishing serfdom, have Hokushinetsu side with you during a civil war. It's listed as easy. I don't really want to spark a civil war at the beginning of this run. I think we're going to kind of just forego that. I don't really want to do that. Oops, what am I doing? So I think we might go to getting off of serfdom first. Now what's interesting is with serfdom here, plus 25% daimyo political strength. If we go to tenant farmers, they still get the same political strength. So it doesn't do as much for us. But I don't think we're going to be able to get on peasant proprietorship. Will we get the Hyman in there? Yeah, we definitely are not going to be able to get the Rengakusha in there. Who else would go for this with us? Yeah, nobody that we're going to be able to get in there, but we can negotiate with the Jisha and the Shonen. So let's get the Hyman in there. Okay, yeah. So we'll do that. So we'll start with this. We'll go to peasant proprietorship, and we'll be able to negotiate with them. Let's negotiate with these guys. After several rounds of terse correspondence, the Jisha have met with the Shogun's representatives and outlined their demands. So, some funds. So here's the new thing. Yeah, look at that. There it is. Minus 100 authority. No more stacking up all these political concessions. And that's going to be a permanent thing for as long as we have these concessions on there, it looks like. This isn't just during the enactment. Yikes. That's a big change. Stop the panic. Make Japan great again. Again. Yeah, what's that one line from Tropic Thunder? Here we go again. Again. Let's do this. By the way, don't forget to check the magnates from time to time. Oh, yeah, yeah. I think it's beneficial to increase or decrease their popularity. Yes. I think I did kind of forget that in the first round of this. Oh, yeah, Beatrice. Stock exchange. Yeah, for the Mappy. I many times I do that as my opening move. All right, we'll look back at that in a moment. But because I got like 8 million radicals, I managed to secure universal suffrage in 1860s thanks to reform at gunpoint event during Revolution. Oh, that's nice. Look at that. Look at that. Radicals and the radicals sometimes work in your favor. I love how this new DLC makes it harder for the European powers, yeah, to take over the world, because they can't just move their 300 troops across the world. Also, the coups are a lot stronger with magnates. I think that's where a lot of the criticism is coming from, where everybody's used to playing with all these European countries and throwing their weight around. And now they're not really able to do it. And they're like, this is bugged. It's like, no, it's not a bug. It's, you know, it's just harder. Wow, I'm not ready to load my save and saw negative 2,000 authority. Yikes. I know, right? I know this is going to be a very big change. Like, for instance, I'm not doing this right now. I mean, we have tons of authority, but I don't want a permanent minus 100 authority for this unless we can do something else. Oh, man. Okay. Can we raise standard of living 0.9 in the next 7.5 years? Yes. I think we can do that. So we'll do that. And then we can lower stall chance with the samurai. Let's do that. After several rounds of tourist correspondence, the samurai have met with the shogun's representatives and outlined their demands. So 10 years of government expenses. Oh, yeah. Ooh, so commit to increasing the size of the army. That's pretty much doubling our power projection. Oh, or vow to pass dedicated police force next. Yeah, we'll do that. I would love to pass that next. All right. So look at that. No stall chance, 27% success. Not bad indeed. Hey, Just24, what's up? What's up, my friend? How you doing? Cut ham since the 90s. Hell yeah. There we go. That's the tagline. That's the tagline right there. How is Japan going? Japan is restarting. That's basically what we're doing. 1K authority. Oh my god, cheating. Well, this is literally game start before we've unpaused. I did nothing for this, but we are going to use it. Me negotiates other people. Please raise soul by 3 points in 7 years. Me, yeah, no, I'm good. I know. That's why, well, that's why I did it. Normally, it's like, yeah, raise your standard of living by like 3 points. 0.9 we might be able to do. All right, let's get our construction sectors up and running. Yeah, so what I remember here, I don't want construction sectors in these places. We're going to delete them. I want all the construction to start up here in Tohoku. We have 698,000 peasants. We got iron. We got wood. We got cotton. And we even got coal. So this is our construction. Why are you restarting? You lost. I lost in the sense that the new hotfix that came out this morning bricked the save. So yeah, I lost in that sense. I didn't lose from gameplay. I lost from updates. Yeah, there was a hotfix that came out today and has a bunch of really good new features. I don't want to just continue playing without any more hotfixes, so we're just going to restart. So far, I haven't gotten through all of the patch notes because I didn't have time to finish reading it before we started here, but one thing is political concessions in negotiations will now cost you authority, and navies can now gain veterancy level the more you have them out on missions. Those are the biggest things I've read so far, but again, I haven't gotten through the whole list yet. So some pretty good stuff. I hope it didn't break my saves as well. I was doing quite decent with New South Wales. No, I bet it didn't, because so I was loading up other saves I've done in 1.13, and all of them were fine. It's just the Japan run. And I wonder if it's because of all the unique Japan content and all the stuff that changed. So I wonder if it's just Japan saves are kind of bricked. All right. So yeah, we have a 29.5% interest rate. We have 500,000 in the reserves. So what I'm trying to decide right now is, do I want to build construction sectors first and then the inputs for them? We can start with 20. No. If I build 2 construction sectors on iron frame buildings, oh yeah, it'll give us 20 construction points. We're on traditionalism. So we can get more than 10 construction points, but we seriously run the risk of going into debt, which we can't afford. We have not a single iron mine, so yeah, we're not going to do that. So we're going to have to build our inputs first. We don't have any tooling. What's tooling in the market right now? We only have one tooling workshop. Alright, so we're gonna start with tooling. How much wood do we have? We have 3. Oops. We'll build one more. Build one of these guys, and then we're gonna need 5 to start. And then we'll add the 2 construction sectors. So we're gonna start with this. We'll put some road maintenance over here to get us started. We'll put some promote social mobility down. Oh, and let's encourage the resource industry for now. That'll help us get started. I think we can do one more. I want to keep us at plus or negative 25% enactment time. So I would like to put down more promote social mobility. What's our most populous state? So we got 5 million here, 4, 4, 3, 4, 4. So we definitely want to put one down in Kanto. There we go. So I think we're good with that for now. Anything else we want to do? Let's start increasing relations with Russia. Oh, and you know what? We'll start doing that. No, where's Ryukyu? Because we're going to have that whole thing again. Oh, and we don't have any more. Okay, that's fine. Alright, let's save our beginning here. New Japan stream. Save it to the cloud. And away we go. We're off. Oh. Following years of adverse weather, famine grips the land of the Tokugawa shogunate. With the poor and destitute struggling to make ends meet, the Bakufu faces growing discontent from those who believe that the government could do more. Oh, yeah, that's right. So now we got the Tenpo crisis. Maybe we can complete it this time. Let's see. We got torrential rains, and then we get some radicals. So let's read over the Tenpo crisis again. Yeah, I'm doing a run with Sokoto and was able to get recognition by beating France twice because they kept trying to take my land. I have also noticed that Great Britain tends to become a republic more often now. Oh, interesting, interesting. And also it's a fact, too, that the AI isn't really building ships. So on top of needing to transport all these armies with ships, the AI currently is not building them. So there might be a bit of a difference in the game once they do the AI fix that they're talking about, and the AI actually starts building more ships and they can transport more troops. There might be a little bit of difference. I was doing something you've told me not to do. Deficit spending with New South Wales. Oh boy, with a 13% interest rate. Somehow I'm still alive. I think, maybe, likely, hopefully. Ah, nice. I mean, if you're able to pull that off, that's pretty good. Well done, well done. Oh, hey, Zol RF. Hello, hello. Hi, Ham. I am new to Victoria 3, so what should I learn for the start of the game? I did watch your guide videos, but maybe I can hear from you directly. And yes, I play small countries. Nice, nice. Yeah, I always say, if you're brand new to the game, the first tutorial video of mine you should watch is the construction tutorial. The very first thing you really do need to learn is the construction loop. And so, the very first thing I would say to learn is, can you build your construction sectors first and dip your toes into debt while you have the extra construction points to build the inputs for those construction sectors. If you don't, if you have a high interest rate like we do right now, you want to build the inputs first and then build the construction sectors. And so basically what you want to focus on, oh, well, we're not going to see it here because we don't have them built yet, but when you look at the construction sector, keep an eye on the cost of the input goods, and that's what you should be building. And let your private queue start. I put something in the queue. So this is what happens when you delete construction sectors. This is going to be stuck here until we build another construction sector. So we basically are just going to lose 2.5 points. Problem is, I wonder if we can get away with one construction sector. It'll give us 15. We get 75% of that. 3.5 points. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. All right, we'll build one construction sector. We're not going to have the inputs for it. It's going to be expensive, but it won't be as expensive as 2. This way, because I do not like to be below 10 construction points. And this way, they can start building that, get that out of the queue. Oh, they changed this a little bit right here. This looks a little different now. So once they get this out of the queue, we'll get all our construction points back, because they're probably not going to have enough to build anything. So that's what I would say. I see construction sectors. It is, though it will be expensive for small economy countries, but I'll try. If you build the inputs first, it won't be as expensive. But I wouldn't go gung-ho on building tons of construction sectors. I would start with 2 construction sectors on wooden frame buildings. That's kind of what I would recommend to do. And then make sure the inputs stay level. Only a 13% interest. Try at 28% is unrecognized power. Yeah, I would not deficit spend at a 28% interest level. Hey, AJ Buwalda, hello. Just got back from work. Are you going ham again? I am going ham again. I'm going ham again in the sense that we're restarting Japan. So here we ham again. That sounds like something reverse Amcuts would say. Very true. Play Japan. It's the simplest country for beginners. Yeah, it still is. It's true. Japan has always been a recommended country for beginners. I wonder what it's like with the unique content now. I generally think that countries that have unique narrative content might be tricky for people to play as. So I was wondering about that with Japan. Though what was interesting is in the dev diaries, they actually they talked about how we know Japan is a beginner-friendly country, so we tried to create narrative content that will still keep them beginner-friendly. So it's kind of designed with that in mind. So I think it still might be a good beginner country. Also, did not encounter an even there you can turn your authoritarian movement into royalist movement. And the only thing they care is you having monarchy or social monarchy. Oh, need to try social monarchy at this run for the next one. Yeah. Did not encounter an event before. Yeah. In my Sweden run, I'm going to try for social monarchy because there's an achievement for Sweden that includes that. So I can test out what... I haven't actually tried the social monarchy yet. So I'm trying to get there offline first. Accusations of rice hoarding and price gouging has caused tensions between farmers and merchants in Kanto to boil over. With the peasants' ranks swelled by brigands and beggars, local authorities now face a province-wide rebellion. Ooh, so in Kanto, 4% of the lower strata lose their lives. We get radicals, we get devastation. We lose all devastation recovery for 5 years. People lose political strength and we get mortality. Let the unrest die on its own. So we get less devastation, and we don't lose all devastation recovery. But we'll get radicals from political movements, and we lose 10% throughput in Kanto. Oh, here we go. Okay. Because the Hymen are in government. Oh, nice. I'm glad we did that. We only get 2% devastation. It's the upper strata that becomes radical, so less people. We do lose 5% taxation capacity there. Yeah, we'll do this. Apply local village headsman. Damn, all these ham puns today. I love them. You know me and a good pun. I love me a good pun. So technically we are going Wagyu again. Yeah, hell yeah. We're going Wagyu again, my friends. Oh, you know, I forgot. We do need to go for get it colonial affairs so we can start getting this up there. So maybe we'll go dedicated police force and then colonization. What on earth is social monarchy in real life? Yeah, I don't know. A political system in which the state positions itself as the ultimate mediator between the nation's corporate groups. The monarchy is held to be a symbol of the country's national identity. I mean, I guess it kind of sounds like what the current British monarchy is, other than the mediator between corporate groups. But the monarchy is held to be a symbol of the country's national identity. Though it does sound like the monarchy still has power. The main power, so maybe not like the British monarchy right now. To outside observers, the Hymen may appear firmly committed to the idea of peasant proprietorship, but behind this facade of unity, discord has long festered. Now, a clique of dissenters have finally had enough and have officially broken with their fellow members over the issue of reform. So we're only going to get the 5%, but we'll get a setback. Well, oh man, yeah, we had a zero stall at one point. Oh yeah, the daimyo, I forgot about them being super angry. Well, let's do it. All right, we got the construction sector. We'll wait for it to get hired up. You know, that's true. We could stay on wooden frame buildings. Maybe we do 2 construction sectors on wooden frame buildings. And then we switch after we get the iron going. Oh, hey, Joe. Joe Melton, hello, hello. How are you? Are you restarting this? I am. I found out this morning. So a new hotfix came out today. 1.13.5. And it bricked the Japan save we had. It looks like all other saves are okay. All of my other 1.13 saves loaded, but the Japan one did not. So I'm wondering if specifically Japan runs are bricked with 1.13.5. So we're restarting. Kanto, my favorite Pokemon are from there. Oh, amazing. I don't know a lot about Pokemon. Which ones are from Kanto? Social monarchy is just one of those basically made up or theoretical political theories that Paradox likes to add for flavor. Oh, okay, good to know. Good to know. Just made up. Yeah, look at this. So we're going to add the other construction sector up at the top. So I forgot, yeah, we could just stay on wooden frame buildings. We won't go to iron frame until we get some iron. Social monarchy actually sounds like modern Japan. Oh, okay. Is that it? I don't actually know what the politics of modern day Japan are like. You know what we can do? Man, you know... Alright, oh yeah, let's wait for this to go. We'll see what our budget's at. Maybe we do switch to iron frame if we can afford it. I'm assuming we can't. I'm assuming we can't. Hahaha, there you go. Sometimes I run out of patience and build more construction than I can reasonably afford. I know the feeling. I know the feeling. Sometimes you're like, oh my god, build faster. It's this game really tests your patience sometimes. All right, private sector is. Oh, we got a lot of investment already. That's actually kind of interesting. Playing in Arabia has to be rough. Yeah, now with the import wood. Yeah, I cannot imagine what playing there has been. Like in my Sweden run, the very first thing I did was go get an interest in Arabia so I can export wood or be their main exporter. I wonder, you know, that might be something that might be a cool video to make. Arabia in 1.13. A court clash over peasant proprietorship erupts between a few families. The early bird homesteaders each claim the same land in Kyoto. The dispute has called the legislation into question. You know, it might be that in a country in Arabia, you're not really a naval force until you discover, like, the ironclad and stuff like that, so that your main good for ships becomes iron. I wonder if there's any historical context or something like that. So the Hyman have 17% approval, so we can afford to lose a little bit with them. So we'll do that. The first 151 Pokemon are from Kanto. Oh, red, blue, and yellow play in the Kanto region. Or a loose interpretation of it. Oh, interesting. Okay, that's cool. I didn't know that. I did an oopsie in the weekend. Started a quick Wiki 3 on Saturday at 11 p.m. I stopped at 8 a.m. Oh, no. Oh, boy. Yep, it can be addicting like that, right? I forgot, too. Yeah, so we have the Tenpo crisis here. Let's not sleep on it like I did in the original series. Declared in 1830, the Tenpo, or Heavenly Protection Era, initially lived up to its auspicious name. However, poor weather conditions on Honshu would soon result in soaring rice prices and a countrywide famine, while the increasing wealth and influence of the shonen threatens the established samurai order. Meanwhile, on the horizon, Western great powers are getting ever bolder, and their merchantmen and gunboats ever closer to our shores. Seeking to address these issues, reform-minded notables have outlined their vision for the Bakufu. So, yeah, we'd like to do the reformer agenda here. So, we'd like to get lax status order. We'd like to get off hereditary bureaucrats. So in order to finish this, we need to complete at least 8 agendas. We have 2. So get up to level 3 urban center in 3 states. We should be able to do that, even though we didn't do it last time. The cloud of the shonen is 10% or above. We might use some authority to give political concessions to the shonen if we can. Now the shared agenda, the GDP, power projection, have 10 or more levels of naval fortification in own states. I mean, that's something we should be able to do, right? I forget though what the inputs are. Iron and small arms. Okay. And we have 11 and a half years to do it. So this time I'm actually going to be a little bit more mindful of it. The more video streams from Mr. Ham, the better. So let's keep throwing out ideas. Yeah, I love it. Throw all the ideas out there. Let's do it. Perhaps social monarchy is what Liechtenstein has right now, because Liechtenstein's monarch does have some real political power. Oh, interesting. You know, I always think about this. I always want to look up, like, what monarchies still have power in the world. I mean, there's some in the Middle East, but I wonder, like, in terms of like the old European monarchies, which ones still have power. So I guess Liechtenstein is one, right? Hey, Abizzaro, hello. Where's Anne? We're looking for her. we just restarted, so. Japan of Green Gables is looking for his partner Anne here. That's why we need to get a navy. We need to go out and find Anne. How are you? Nice entrance. I appreciate a good entrance. Hey, Inyori, good to see you. Hello. Welcome, my friend. How you doing? Dutch monarchy and English monarchy both have power. I guess, does the English monarchy have power? I mean, I know officially, like, on paper, they do. But in practice, like, not really. Like, I guess I'll rephrase it. Which European monarchies still exercise the power that they have? Liechtenstein. Oh, the Vatican. Yeah, I didn't think of the Vatican, actually. And I think Monaco are the main monarchies that actually have a decent amount of power. Monaco. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. I forgot about Monaco. The government works for the monarch instead of the people. Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, Saudi Arabia, for sure. That's what I was thinking when I asked it. I was like, yeah, definitely in the Middle East we have some real monarchies that exert their power. The Prince of Monaco still has some actual power. Okay. Hey, Laplace. Hello, hello. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Are we going to try to let a great power force us to go free trade? I noticed that if you don't want that to happen, you should try to increase your army power projection. Yeah. So the first series we did, Great Britain forced us to open our market, which actually is kind of nice. I don't mind it. We are going to try to modernize, so I don't mind that at all. I might, if Great Britain tries to do that to us again, I think I just might do it. Problem is, they force you onto free trade, so then we'll have to get off of free trade. Both monarchs still hold sway over laws. Okay. Really? So the British one does? That's interesting. That's interesting. I didn't know that they were actually involved at all. Both monarchies still have power, but why exercise their power when you're tax-free? Yeah, and have a load of money. Yeah. What about the US of A? That's true. That's true. Not a European monarchy, but, you know, we pretty much, that's where we're at right now. What was meant as a routine speech about the merits of peasant proprietorship by Ninomiya Sontoku has quickly devolved into a public relations disaster for the Hyman. Oh, damn, see? This is the problem with taking that setback for the 5% before. I played this all wrong. I don't want to take a second setback in the introduction phase. We're going to lose. We'll take the minus 10%. Damn. I pooped up on that one. Oh, hello, hey, hello, the Dinmo man. Hello, hello. How are you? Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Brunei, Malaysia, and Thailand. Oh, okay, they all have one too. The Sultanate of Brunei, that and Saudi Arabia are the two I can think of right now that actually are governed as full monarchy. Yeah. Yeah, the British monarchy on paper, technically, they ask the prime minister to be the prime minister. So there is that. But they don't exercise the power because it's not like whatever prime minister wins the election, they would actually choose a different one. Yeah, the first time I played as Japan, I invested into the army too early, and they never tried to force me to open my market. So ever since then, I hold off on that. Yeah, it is kind of nice, right? I think I'll lean into that. So, because we need to build a bunch of stuff beforehand anyway. In fact, let me organize my military here. Yeah, so we're all irregular infantry, to be honest with you. Wait, what are we subsidizing? We're subsidizing a port. We're paying quite a bit for it. I'll have to look into that. So what do we have here? Oh, it's all infantry. All infantry all around. Alright, so I'll just leave them all as they are if they're all infantry right now. That is a lot, though. The biggest landowner in the world is the British Crown, but not the monarch, by the way. Yeah. Because any state is the owner of all the land in the state, and buying it is technically the 99 plus lease. Oh, interesting. Huh. A mine in Shikoku has collapsed, trapping miners within the dark shafts below. The scale of the accident has made the tragedy a story across Shikoku and the nation. Well, the Gosho are still marginalized. They're going to be marginalized for some time. So are the trade unions. We could make the Hyman happy here, but they're already pretty happy. So I think we'll take this one because the upper strata are the least number of people. So do that because we already have a bit of radicals compared to loyalists here. God, I always hate the initial tooling workshop. It takes forever. You know, I forgot we actually have some actions here that we can do. So, combat rice hoarding. The political and economic instability of the Tokugawa shogunate has caused unscrupulous actors to purchase and hoard large quantities of rice, driving up prices. As a consequence, many Japanese families now find themselves without the means to purchase enough rice to feed themselves. So we'll get the peasants adding 10% to their goods consumption. Is that something we want? What are they consuming at the moment? So let's see. Japanese Mahayama peasants. So they're consuming, like, mainly grain. A lot of liquor and a lot of tobacco. A lot of wood. You know, I didn't think about this, but yeah, people use wood for heating. I wonder if we up the amount of oil by building a bunch of whaling stations, and we make the cost of oil cheap, the people will stop using as much wood for their heating needs, and it will open up wood in our market for, like, ships and stuff. Might be something we might be able to do. Either way, though, I don't really want to increase their goods consumption. I don't know why I would want to do that. The growing decadence of the urban shonen is threatening the stability of our rule. They have now begun to act above their station, flaunting their wealth for all to see. We must remind them of their role in society by imposing the further legal restrictions on luxury items, entertainment, and literature. So, upper strata become more loyalist, lower strata become more radical. Oh, and we get this amendment. Oh, minus 20% shonen political strength. We don't want that. So we don't want either of these things. And then for this, land hoarders... the area within 10 Ri... Ri is a traditional unit of measure derived from the Chinese Li. Okay. An area within Tenri of Edo and Osaka represents a complicated jumble of Tenryo, Daimyo, and Hatamoto held land. As the lack of a unified administrative structure has severe effects on national defense and our ability to utilize the land's full potential, a leading Roju has proposed its confiscation and consolidation. So get a bunch of government expenses... radicalization, but decree cost and tax collection goes up. In Kanto and Osaka, this actually isn't so bad. Our ruler needs to get imperious, or become a modernizer. And China's been defeated by the Western powers. Okay, so this might be something we do later. We'll see. Lawmakers working towards the enactment of peasant proprietorship have found themselves mired in a particularly complex set of bureaucratic proceedings, grinding the work towards reform to a near halt. Yeah, we'll do this. Okay. Sorry, everybody. Let me catch up here. Oh, Timco, need to run. See you later on Thursday, hopefully. All right, hopefully I'll see you then. Hopefully I didn't miss you before I said bye. Why does the Japanese army have strange customs? Because they are irregular. Nice, nice. Oh my god. As a Latino, I find the concept of a monarchy in the modern world bizarre and funny. I mean, yeah, I find it funny too. Despite all the jokes about the American monarchy, it is something that just seems so foreign to me, like living under a monarchy. Even though. Hey, DeWolfie, what's up? What's up? How you doing? How you doing this wonderful rainy day? And how are the Catholic Spanish laborers in Castilla la Nueva doing? They're probably doing great compared to us over here. We've restarted, so we are right at the beginning. So European, I find the idea of a narco state bizarre and funny. Yeah, clearly that's, you mean the United States, because that's basically what we are with all of our pharmaceutical companies. There should be a let them eat cake option to combat rice hoarding. Yeah, I would love that. Live starting setup. Yeah. That's what I was talking about that at the beginning, because like I found out that the save was bricked like 10 minutes before we started, so it put me in a bit of a whirlwind. The Yanks are the biggest narco state. I mean, we are. Our pharmaceutical industry has basically become that. Have you tried the Better Politics mod yet? I think Paradox should implement a lot from that mod. It's got a lot of good stuff. Yeah, I've tried it before. It is really interesting. And it's funny because they took some of their stuff, I think, with National Awakening. No, with Iberian Twilight, with all of the, like, interest group negotiations and stuff like that. So yeah, I think they implemented some of Better Politics mod, but yeah, I have tried it before. I'll be honest, it's a little intimidating when it first starts up, because you think you know the game, and then suddenly you have like a million interest groups to deal with. The sword they use, not named Samurai, but Katana. The Samurai is a warrior hired class by local clan leaders and act as captain in their army. Oh, interesting. Still, all things considered, I think the USA is an awesome country. Yeah. I mean, it's my home, so I'm biased. Which is why certain things piss me off a lot when foundational things of the United States are being challenged. All right, we got our tools. Oh. As the new head of the Tokugawa clan, Tokugawa Ieyasu has become granted the office of shogun by the emperor. Oh, our shogun died. The new shogun is viewed with derision by many daimyo, having yet to establish personal authority. Okay, so traditionalist. It doesn't help us with that other thing we wanted. Oh, okay, so he gets imperious. So what's his deal? Lowered decree cost, lowered radicals from political movements, and increased loyalists from political movements. Increased influence and political strength of academics. And increased political strength of clergymen. So we got a ruler that has imperious. So now we just need a naval fortification in Kanto and Osaka, which will also help us with this and having 10 fortifications there. But I don't think we actually even have an arms industry yet. Yeah, so we got to do that. But we got many other things to do first. All right. Oh, man. All right. Oof. Peasant proprietorship was looking so good. And then it wasn't. And then it wasn't. Oh, you know, we also got... I forgot to go through this as well. Well, we are at the hour mark. Look at that. Time flies when you're restarting. So we have to take a quick 90-second break because we're going to get hit by ads. Oh, but Timko the Mulfar, take a drink. I see. Sorry about that. I missed the beginning. Cheers to you, my friend. And I wish it would play me a sound when those things come up. All right. So we're going to pay homage to the gods of ads here. 90 seconds, and we'll be right back. All right, and we're back, Hello, hello. Have you watched Shogun? Pretty good timing to get into it now if you haven't. Yeah, I have not watched it yet. It's just one of those things that's like on my list of things to watch because FX shows are generally just great. And people talk about how great that show was. So I have not watched it, but I did think about that when we first started this series. I was like, yeah, man. Like, just like you said, oh, it would be so good to start that now. So I want to. I haven't quite gotten around to it yet because my nights are filled with trying to figure out the new stuff in this and the new stuff in EU5. So I haven't gotten around to watching things yet. Hey Jabba, what's up? How are you? I'll see you tonight. I got a dinner. Oh, so I'll be off right away. Have fun. Yeah, thanks for stopping in to say hi though. Hope you have a good dinner, my friend. Tell me all about it when you come back for the night stream. O great gods of ads, please bless him with your divine wealth and monetary wisdom. Devout symbol. Nice. Alright. So... moving at a snail's pace. You know, I feel like maybe one of these hot fixes, maybe it's one today, I wonder if they did something to the private construction queue. Because 2 weeks ago when 1.13 first came out, I feel like something was different about the private construction queue. How much it was building, the way it was building, I don't know. But we seem to be having a decent clip of stuff here. I wonder if something changed. And I mean this in a good way. All right. I'm going to try not to sleep on universities. But I say that every run. We're going to try for it. All right, can we get... Yeah, we're not going to be able to get the shonen into government. Yeah, peasant proprietorship might not have been the way. Being a family man keeps you busy, so I get it. Yeah. I missed the night streams because my lady would be pissed if I told her she gets no time today because I have to watch Ham make Japan great again. Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm always so thankful when my wife is like, yeah, go do your stream. I'd rather read a book. Like, good. That's great, actually. All right, why are we not hiring up here? Speaking of dinner, I'm gonna warm up some bachelor lasagna, as I call it. Nice lasagna, but with ordinary pasta. Easy to make, and last the entire work week. Oh, nice. See, I wish I was more disciplined like that, where like I can pre-make stuff during the work or on the weekend for the work week. I need to get my act together more on the weekend. All right. Like, I used to have this tradition where it was like, we did a grocery shop on Sunday. Oh, nice. Okay. Pass the consideration. And we would get one of those, like grocery shop rotisserie chickens, because they're always so good. And you don't have to cook as much on a Sunday night. And we'd have that for dinner. And then I would take the leftover chicken and, like, the carcass, and with the carcass make chicken stock, and then make like a homemade chicken noodle soup with the chicken stock from that, using the leftover chicken, and then have like a big stock of chicken noodle soup that I would do for the week. But now, having 2 kids, I just don't have the time to do something like that. Okay, interesting here. So we need wood. So what do we got going on here? So the wages aren't high enough. All right. Well, we have, let's lower taxes. Yeah, we have a pretty good budget here, so let's do this. And then we have plenty of authority to use for consumption taxes if things go south. So, okay, so we're done with the cotton plantation. So what we're going to do is, and we have plenty of cash reserves, we're going to build 1 iron mine. God, it's going to take a year. Should I do it now? Switch to iron frame buildings now. See what happens. Yeah, see, that's the problem. We're gonna get an input shortage. But we still have more construction points. Though we do need more tools. Oh, but they can hire up more. And this will help us get through the... Yeah, look at that. It cut the construction time in half. Okay, I think we're okay with that. In fact, we don't need to say at low taxes. We can go to medium taxes, and we get one of these. You can get about 900. These 2. So let's do tobacco. Oh, Oh, interesting. No, we don't need to tax tobacco at all, actually. Huh. Alright, we're okay. See, you are being me now. Yeah. Am I really supposed to wait 3 years for those universities? How about I go into debt? I know, right? Unfortunately, that's me sometimes in real life. Ugh. Do I really have to wait to save up for this one thing? Why don't I just put it on credit? Ugh. I'm not actually that bad at that, but I have done it. I have done stuff like that in the past, which I shouldn't have. Mizuno Tadakuni, leader of the ruling daimyo, have had enough of compromising with his coalition partners. He has demanded that either his collaborators follow his orders or the daimyo will never approve of their changes. So we could do this. We'll lose 2 from the Hyman, 2 from the Jisha. This guy, who's a traditionalist, will get more prominence. No, I'd rather just take this. I would build at least 1 more wood construction sector to get iron started. Oh, man. After a series of costly and embarrassing setbacks, the sitting Japanese government has decided to halt its pursuit. Peasant proprietorship will be some time before political will exists to try again. Okay, fine. Which is fine. We'll go for dedicated police force. We have a promise to do it. And it will help us because the daimyo getting 5% political strength from this. So we'll do this. And then we can possibly... Ooh. Oh, that's interesting. Are the Jisha helping us with this at all? No, but are they willing to negotiate? Oh, no, because we have a promise for them already. So why don't we... Yeah, it's not really going to help us at all. All right, we'll keep the government as is right now. Though this is very low. Damn, if we could just complete this. Oh, reminding their allies of their commitments. Oh, nice. They added a little bit for us. Oh, hey. Hold on, hold on. Oh, if you guys would have just went into Hokushinetsu, we would have gotten thanks Obama. All right, what's their deal here? Well, they got 7 conscripts. Oh, and they're gonna go down. All right. When it comes to stuff like that, I have a simple rule. If I need to think if I can afford it, I cannot afford it. Yeah. See, that's called self-control. Which I have. I'm not trying to say I'm like a reckless spender. But every now and then my resolve breaks for certain things, especially when it comes to electronic stuff. The presence of the nearby Russian colony of Kamchatka has raised fears among the shonen that our own nation will fall victim to a similar fate. Their concerns have led them to begin lobbying against Russian interests. Come on, guys. We're trying to get in good with the Russians. Fine. Oh, yeah, I forgot to. So we do have a shipyards in Osaka. Ah, nice. We got standard of living up. So now let's negotiate for this. Whispering through a haze of cigar smoke in Yamato Shunin's private dining hall, the Jisha discuss what compromises they might accept for changing their stance on dedicated police force. Yeah, so we can't really afford this. The political concessions. Yeah, I don't think we'll go up to 8. I might do this. We'll lose 15% bureaucracy, which, ooh, which is about 150. But we can build government admins, which we need anyway. So we'll do this. And we can afford it. Go into debt. Don't do it. Unless it's for something big and actually valuable, like a house. Oh, yeah, learn that the hard way and suffer for it. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Like, to get a house, I mean, you would need to go into debt, right? See, for me, my thing is I could really, really use a new laptop. It would help me a lot with all of the streaming and video stuff. But I really don't want to go into debt for it. And I don't really need it. I just need it. I need one need, not 2 needs. Sometimes I even need to force myself to spend money. After about a year of consideration, I finally bought an e-bike and instantly broke the axle while mounting the front wheel. No! Oh, that sucks. So you're like my dad. My dad, oh my god, is the most frugal person in the world. When he retired, I was going to say a few years ago. It's been quite a number of years now. He retired, and him and my mom went to their financial advisor to figure out, like, okay, now that we're retired, how does our income work and everything? And the financial advisor was like, I've never had to say this to anybody before. You need to spend more money. Like, I forget exactly what the situation was, but in terms of like their retirement accounts, they like had too much, they weren't taking enough money out of it or something like that. And he was like, I've never had to say this to anybody before, but you need to spend more money. Otherwise, you're going to get hit with penalties for not taking enough money out of these retirement accounts. I was like, that makes a lot of sense. That puts his life into perspective there. Keep an eye on your bureaucracy. I think it decreases pretty fast when you add institutions with Japan, since they have a lot of pops. Yeah. Well, the good thing about going to dedicated police forces, we already have the law enforcement institution, so it's already baked in. But yeah, you're right. Look at that. 323 bureaucracy per level. Now, there's stuff we can do to fix that later. But yeah, we lost some bureaucracy because of the commitment we just did. Interestingly, though, we're still able to sustain our current budget. So we don't need to rush to the government admins. And we do need these iron mines first. I'm thinking the next thing we need to build... Oh, yeah, I was like, what's up with our number of construction points? That's right, we have an input goods shortage. So once we get the iron mines, that'll fix out. I'm thinking we build up a bunch of paper because we need to add some universities and then we need some government admins. So that might be the next order of business here. Oh, and I forgot the shipyard I was going to look at. Are they making hardwood in Osaka? No, they are not. Oh, and do we have... we need tools galore. Okay. So set these guys to hardwood. Start using this. Good. And now this is profitable. We don't have to subsidize it. And... Alright, we've got the first iron mine done. God, we need some universities. We're still doing this. But, yeah, we are... Oh, who do we get? Oh, yeah. Mitsugaku. So let me remind myself what these guys are about. Closed borders, interventionism. Oh, that's actually... Forgot about that. That's actually helpful. Law progressed to adoption. Very nice. Yeah, as I was saying that, yeah. The bank called my younger brother to tell him about the same. He had a significant amount saved up So they wanted him to create an investment portfolio or something that much. Yeah, right? Like, hey, instead of hoarding your money, do you want to spend it on stuff? It's like, how do you think I have this much money? I haven't been spending it on stuff. Oh, we have this guy who's an authoritarian. Traditionalist, moderate, traditionalist. Yeah, we'll take this guy. I hesitate to put authoritarians in there in the military. An event organized by the peasant movement transformed into a brawl as opponents of the movement infiltrated the crowd. When the police arrived, no participant was willing to give a consistent statement. No, we'll just take this, because... yeah, we'll stay on that. Oh, look at this! Building us some food industries. I don't mind that at all. Ah, and they're going to build us an iron mine? Alright. Yeah, the private sector's off to a much better start here. Oh, you know what, though? Okay, hold on. I did just think of something. 23 months for a new iron mine would kill me. I know, right? It's tough. Work faster, people. And your pops will be over 40 million in no time just from birth rate. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of, like... I mean, that's why we have such bad taxation capacity. Like, look at this for all these states. So we're not really going to be able to fix any of this until we get some better tech. But we can mitigate some of it. But we're definitely not going to try to build enough government admins to cover all that. What's a decent standard of living to end the game with? Yeah, I'm always kind of split on that. Because it kind of depends on what you're aiming for in your run. I mean, this is kind of... I think this is kind of a low number for the end, but I think if you can reach 20, or 25, I guess I would say, I think that's pretty good. Because, like, if you weren't focusing on standard of living the whole time, I think getting to 25 is a pretty good ending number, but, I mean, you can go much higher than that if you really focus on it. All right. We've got dedicated police force, so... what to move to next? Oh man, yeah, everything is kind of tough. Yeah, we don't have any movements that would support it. Oh. The samurai support it, huh? Thinking about retirement is the main reason I'm like I am when it comes to money. Yeah, in theory, I pay into a pension fund run by the state, but I can do math, and there's no way I can make a living at old age just from that. So I invest about half of my net income. Yeah. I hope the world market doesn't collapse. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of where I'm at, too, to be honest with you. All right, can we get... oof. Oh, yeah, that's right. So they support it because of Mitagaku. Now, we'll get a bunch of radicals for this. But if we just wait 13 weeks, we can go for agrarianism. I would prefer to have interventionism. But... I feel like now moving on to tenant farmers, you're not lowering the political strength of the landowners. Plus 75% minimum subsistence land share in incorporated states, plus 50% protected subsistence employment. Yeah, so you lose a lot of your peasant. a lot of the available peasants because of the plus 50% protected subsistence employment in incorporated states. So at least we lose that with this. We still have no internal migration. Oh, yeah. Oh, we do want colonial affairs. We really just need to get the samurai in there. All right. We're going to bite the bullet. Get the samurai in. Maybe we can... If we get an event where we can get a, like, 5... Oh, actually... Okay, here's what we'll do. We'll do this. Oh, damn. Oh, wait, no, it's this. Yeah, we'll get 5 legitimacy. We're now in a contested government. Wait, why can't we do this? Oh, right. Idiot. Yeah, we gotta get off of serfdom. Damn. I forgot about stuff. I mean, stock exchange. Oh, man. Okay. I made an oopsie here. Oh, I keep forgetting about the Edo status system here. All right, yeah, let's get to lax status order. We do need to go for that. Hell yeah, here we go. After several rounds of terse correspondence, the Jisha have met with the Shogun's representatives and outlined their demands. So we'll lose some government expenses, we'll do political concessions. Here we get to 9. Actually, this is something, to get to the lax status order, I am willing to sacrifice 100 authority for. So let's do that. Yeah, look at that. And we lowered the stall chance by like 11%. Alright, so that's what we'll do. The auto mods hate you for sure. Yeah, this is true. This is true. Actually, you just reminded me when you said auto mods, something I keep forgetting to do. We are going to put auto expand on our logging camps. Actually, I forgot. We're not going to do that immediately. Because there's stuff I want to build first. So we'll take that off. Because I do want to get some universities, some paper, some universities, some government admins going. And I deleted one of those from the construction. So we'll do that. We'll do that. That's like 2 to 5 worth of construction sectors worth of tax waste there. Yeah. Yeah. We got a lot of unrealized taxes here. The tax waste itself is not so good, but we're going to have a lot of unrealized taxes for a little bit here in Japan, because every state just has like so much taxation capacity hits here. So we're going to combat that, but that's not something we're really going to be able to do immediately in like one fell swoop. Hey, Mr. Floyd Pinkerton. Hello, hello. Is it true that you are a gentleman and a scholar? I like to think I'm both. I'm only one of those. I'll let you decide which one. No. I am a gentleman and a scholar. You know? You gotta... what is it? I was gonna say dress for the job you want, but I don't know what... Yeah, I'm dressing for the job I want. What do you think about giving investment rights to help you modernize a bit faster? It's not like you will run out of peasants. Yeah, I would do that. The problem with that is now the whole strategic involvement system makes that a little bit more tricky. So let's say like who has an interest in our region? So Northeast Asia, who... Like, I'm actually kind of curious. Who do we have in this region? Here we go. Yeah, so look. Nobody really has an interest in our region, so... Like... Oh, we can draft treaties. Huh. It used to be different. Okay, I'll have to look into that. Once on the fence with the issue of Rengakusha's views on the lax status order changed overnight, Hota Masayoshi names Oshio Hayachiro as the architect of a hidden deal. So we're not going to take a setback for no enactment success chance. Oh yeah, look at this. So this guy will lose popularity. An agitator, part of the Sono Joy movement. So we'll stay focused on that. Yeah, we can make a treaty. Oh, I forgot too, you know, we can do some piracy while we're unrecognized. I almost forgot about that. Oh, yeah. See, that's what I thought. Yeah, the new system here, we can't give investment rights until they have a higher tier of interest in our region. So unless some countries decide to come over and get a higher interest level, it's not going to work. So it does make investment rights a little bit trickier. Mr. Samurai, what are you planning to do with that interventionism? Yeah. Where's your handkerchief? Yeah, exactly, right? What are you planning to do with that? Alright, so now we can get agrarianism. God, tech spread got us almost nothing. Well, I won't say almost nothing. Cotton gin's at 75%. That's not bad. Oh my god, guys, come on, just hire. Oh, the tools, the tools, the tools. Alright, yeah, we're gonna need more tools. Oops. So we're gonna do some temporary fixes with subsidies here. Oh yeah, that's right, there's an input goods shortage. We'll wait on that, we'll wait on that. Honestly, we could probably use one more iron mine. A statue of Emperor Yamato Ninko was commissioned, and it has been suggested that it be displayed proudly in Chugoku. Yeah, I don't want to take the radicals. Plus 3% prestige actually does little for us right now, considering we're marginalized, or not marginalized, we're unrecognized. And the G share at +2 anyway, so we'll take that in order to avoid the additional radicals. Hey, Kitty Cat, hello, hello, how are you? Good to see you. How's it going? Welcome in. AM, have you faced any naval hostility from declining deals? I have not yet. No, I have not. In the runs I've done, I've rarely been threatened any naval hostilities yet, which is kind of interesting. I think that's why the devs said they really want to go through the AI, because there's the one thing we've seen that the AI is not building ships, but I haven't really been threatened naval hostilities by anybody, which it'd be interesting to try to combat that, but yeah, everybody's left me alone so far. Building on a perceived common enmity to Russian-American company, pro-Dutch associations have become commonplace within the patriotically inclined Gosho. The Japanese-Dutch Association. Who's in that? The Rengakusha. I I don't really care if we lose relations with the Russian-American companies, so yeah, let's take that. And now they're in there, and they're happy. They're marginalized, though. It doesn't really do anything for us, but eventually it might. That pop-up, I think, can give you a chance to advance to the next stage for a setback. Oh, yeah, did it say that? Did it... yeah. I missed that in it. I might have done it if I had read that properly. Poop on me. Supporters of lax status order among the Rengakusha, headed by Aizawa Seishisai, okay, have questioned the government publicly on the amount of time that is required in order for the law to pass. So the Sono Joy movement, we don't mind the Sono Joy movement for right now. We like them more than their opposing movement, the Sabaku movement. So, giving them agitation and pop attraction is not so bad. We'll get 10% of authority. Oh, and for this, I really don't want to lose bureaucracy right now, so we'll take that. I decline deals all the time and nothing happens when the AI threatens me. Yeah. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Hey, Scoto-based. Hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. Don't you feel like they complicated reforming nations to prevent players from getting too strong in historically weaker countries, but forgot that AI needs to industrialize too, and has problems with it? Yeah, well, so do you feel like they complicated reforming nations to prevent players from getting too strong? I feel like... No, I feel like it's the other way around. I feel like what they've done kind of hampers the larger powers more. I mean, it hampers everybody. The increased needs now for all of your shipyards and everything makes it a little bit difficult on everybody, but I feel like it's hit the larger nations more because they can't throw their weight around the world as much. I feel like games start Great Britain, France, all those countries not being able to just send the full weight of their armies at you immediately is more of a burden on them than it is the smaller nations. Now it has, you're right, it has hampered like industrialization for smaller nations too, because the increased need of goods, especially wood and hardwood, is very difficult. But I guess the trade-off is not getting invaded as often. So I don't know. There's a lot of balancing things to play with. It's a very large update. Hey, hello, Chicken Booty. Hello, awesome username. Hello, hello. Oh, you a decent Victoria 3 streamer. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Thanks for coming in and say so. Welcome, welcome. I survived naval hostilities from Russia as Portugal. Russia just forgot to send its ships my way to actually do any hostilities. Yeah, that's the thing, and it might be because they don't have any. Ah, Chicken Booty, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Very awesome, very awesome. What an entrance. I love a good entrance. That's a great entrance. How you doing? Wait, what stops them from sending their full army? Oh, it's well, wait, let me read this real quick, and then I'll answer that. Just as the lax status order law looked ready to topple, the Rengakusha found itself rallying with the assistance of Oshio Haichiro. It now has the support it needs to pass without compromise. Oh, nice. Yeah, we'll give pop attraction to them. Oh yes, I'll take the loyalists. So we don't have a navy right now, unfortunately. So let's look at the navy here. So we'll take like their biggest navy here, Portsmouth Station. Oh, are we not gonna be able to look at them? Here we go. So now you have to transport troops with a navy in order to send them, even if there's a front, not just a naval invasion, but even, let's say there's already a front established here, they would need to use their navy to transport their troops. And up here you can see their carrying capacity. So this navy can transport 46 regular battalions and 26 Marines, which is a new type. Previously, it was basically just one flotilla transported one battalion. And so this, yeah, there's 97 flotillas or 97 ships here. So they would have been able to transport 97 troops. Now they can only transport 46. And this is Great Britain with the largest navy. Like, let's say we look at, let's look at France. Their biggest fleet, if it'll allow us, is this one with 36 ships. So they can only transport 16 battalions. So France, with their largest fleet, can only transport 16 battalions. So it really does lower the amount that great powers can just fling their power around the world. Before the DLC, your run was always ruined if the big nations got you in your sights. Yeah. Now it's a little bit more difficult on them. That's true. Also supplies. Exactly, too. You have the whole new supply system. They're going to have to allocate supplies here. And if you don't have enough of these guys, or you sink enough of them, everybody starts losing organization. Hey, thank you. Very nice to meet you. Yeah, very nice to meet you, too. We got Cotton Gin. Awesome. So now we move on to Lathe, and then we can finally get to our Atmo engine. The last hotfix fixes some bugs in regards to naval stuff. Yeah, that's why I really wanted to start a new run to use it, see what it's about. I'm still learning this game a lot. Thank you. I feel like that's a good buff. Yeah, I mean, a good change. It is, yeah. I think it's a very good change. I think that the downside is for unrecognized nations, it is a little bit harder to get off the ground. But at least you have more time to get off the ground now, which I think is a good trade-off. Technically, they can transport Marines too, yeah. So the carrying capacity is a bit more than just the first number, as long as you also carry Marines. But they can both naval invade simultaneously. This is true, yeah. So if let's take a look at, again, we'll look at France. Their biggest fleet. So these guys could send right now, 25? A total of 25 battalions. And 9 of them would have to be Marines. So I think that's a lot different than, like, 35 battalions. Because as you can see with the British fleet, because you don't get 1-for-1 in terms of flotilla to battalion, the larger the navy is, the less amount of troops, the ratio of troops to that. And then remember, there's a lot more cost in maintaining these fleets. And even now, you can see, where are these guys? They're down here. They're running into an issue with the amount of supply ships they have. So these guys are holding 5.6k of supplies. They fixed their problem. They're increasing by 12. But if you interrupt this supply chain that we see here highlighted, this will start losing organization. So I think in general, it's harder to transport armies around the world, which I think is more of a hindrance to the larger nations than it is the smaller ones. This is exciting. Are you going to stream this game a lot? Yes. So what I do is Tuesdays are always my day dedicated to Victoria 3. I do two sessions in a day. So I'm in New York City, so this is the morning for me. So I do a morning and a night session. So my morning session starts at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. My night session starts at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. So there's always 2 sessions a day for Victoria 3, and I always do a full run. So we will be taking this to 1936 no matter what. I mean, unless we get wiped off the map. And then there should be something in chat that pops up every now and then for the Hamcord, the Discord. And I always post a schedule of stuff in there. So if you join the Hamcord, you'll get notices of what the schedule will be like. Oh yeah, and to be fair, you play the Lesser Nations because you want to build something from the ground up. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I guess that's why I kind of like it. It's better for me. As opposed to playing with the larger nations. Don't also land units suffer attrition for being on the sea as well. Oh yes, they do. Adoption, nice. Except the Marines, and that's kind of the point of the Marines. The Marines can travel around. But yeah, the longer the battalions are at sea, the more attrition you suffer. God, I want to keep doing this, but we're just... Well, oh wait, well we are working towards it right now. We're doing lax status order. Okay, here's what we're going to do next, actually. I would like to do this, because this plus 30% tax collection will be very good for us. So, I need a naval fortification in Kanto and Osaka. In order to do that, we're going to need some small arms. We're going to need small arms anyway. So, where would be the best place to do this? I would like to do it... Where do we have the most battalions stationed? Kanto. Yeah, so maybe Kanto is the best place here. So we have that, but we have a lot of that. We only have one iron mine here, though. Doesn't bode well for small arms. God, we also got to get this gold going. Yeah, here we go. Chugoku. Chugoku might be the way. Okay, so we're going to do a logging camp. We'll be doing hardwood here. Tooling workshop and iron mine. Arms and artillery. That'll be the next things we build. Then we'll add naval fortification in Kanto and Osaka. And we also need 10 of them. So we'll build one in Kanto. We'll build one in Osaka. And then we really should put some up here for the Straits. And then we'll just finish it out. So we'll need... There we go. And that'll get us this option and this. In Oshio Heihachiro's body of published works is a popular new book with a vision of what lax status order might look like. Lawyers affiliated with the samurai say the contents are legally sound. So we can make... Well, the samurai are already pretty happy here. This guy will get popularity. He's kind of neutral right now. That's not so bad, but I'd rather get the plus 10% success chance here. So we'll take that. Paddle Seamer. Nice. You know, Ham, I think Russia should also experience that level of supply issue over land. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I see what you mean. Like, if they're transporting their troops all the way out to Siberia here, there should be some type of supply issues. Yeah, well, you know, the next DLC is all about Russia. And there's always some new mechanics added in, even for, like, the flavor stuff. Hey, stock exchange. Nice. So we might get something like that. Who knows? Raw goods industries in Tohoku are reporting a small spike in goods production at our fishing wharfs, which has led to an extra stockpile being available in the state, and there's now potential to reinvest it back into the state. Oh, nice. We'll take that. I like that fleets can carry less now. However, it leads to weird stuff like Britain being unable to win the Opium Wars. Yeah, they need to address that somehow. I really want to see a samurai lawyer. Yeah, right, that would be awesome. A good point, though, about the Opium Wars thing. That is interesting. Because, yeah, they always used to just steamroll through that. Police officers in uniform have been discovered supporting Japanese-Dutch Association activity while on duty, lowering public confidence in the police force. What are these guys at? They're at a +4. And we can get some more loyalists, so we'll take that. So let's see, we need 8. We have 1, 2, 3. We'll get this 4. We'll get that 5. Alright, we gotta get the clout of the shonen up. They're mainly clergymen, labor shopkeepers. Interesting, the vast majority of them are clergymen. What's their political power? Political strength. 465k. Well, actually, what am I talking about? I don't need political power. I need clout. Well, yeah, what am I talking about? What am I talking about? I don't know what I'm talking about. So they're getting plus 17% from here. Oh, that's right. They get it from prominence now. You know, I totally forgot about that. Okay. Let's take a look at our cast of characters here. Who do we have from the shonen? So we have this magnate. Alright, we got lax status order. Let's pause for a second. Yeah, we can patronize this guy. We get plus 20 prominence. Well, his prominence is already very high. Are there others here that we can raise their prominence above 25? This guy has some... Oh, what am I doing? We can filter this. Whoops. So they're all above 25. But I wonder, does it scale with higher prominence? Yeah. So they're getting plus 7 from this guy's prominence, plus 21 from him, plus 20 from him. What is this guy's prominence that they're getting plus 20? Eminent, 85. So let's go back to the cast of characters. So, like, let's take this guy. He only has 25. If we patronize him, We get plus 20. We'll lose 100 authority, which we can afford to lose. And we'll see what that does. Ham, I've been wondering, I play Persia a lot because I like it. I don't know, there's the great game thing, right? And I don't think it's worth just going conquer mode using that journal thing, because I could just vassal them instead and give them investment rights. So they build stuff in my country in a small scale, and also I can eat them later without worrying that investment is going to go away. Okay. Wait, so what's your question on it? I'm not sure. I mean, Persia is a very fun country to play. I love playing Persia in this game. It's a lot of fun. Hey, Francisco Azzoni, hello, hello. I think the issue with the Opium Wars is that you rarely have a situation in which mobility beats numbers in the game. Okay. Interesting. Where mobility beats no. Oh, do you mean like if you just have more troops, that always beats having a higher offensive score? Is that what you mean? A garrison system and rework progress to fight might make mobility more significant. In general, I hope they can ditch the rundown to war system eventually. The UK should be able to show up unannounced and occupy your land before you mobilize your entire army. Oh, I see. When you're when you're mobilizing them, it should take more time, maybe. Oh, that would be interesting. Yeah, I'd have to see the details on how that would play out. This is an interesting idea. Yeah, they need to make military tech matter more. Some of the middle techs need to give big bonuses so that smaller Western armies can beat big Chinese ones. Well, I mean, to be honest with you, when you go to war with Great Qing, they're listed number one just because of the number of battalions, but I find it's not that difficult to beat Qing in war. Because, yeah, they got a lot of people here, but like they're always like irregular infantry and things like that. So it's a lot of people, but you kind of just beat them. If you have like line infantry, you can beat the Qing army very, very easily. Just wondering what the journal thing is useless. Oh, the Great Game Journal. Well, the Great Game Journal, it gives you the option to get bonuses for like the kill rate of your army and stuff like that, and you're giving a little bit of sway to one of the other countries, so you're kind of indebting yourself slightly to one of those countries, but I feel like it's worth taking it because of the added bonuses that you get. Essentially you're playing Russia and Great Britain against each other. And I feel like it's always worth taking Great Britain's side, because you share that land border with Russia, so it's easier for them to come attack you. Yeah, I love that your name is Mr. Floyd Pinkerton. Yeah, I know. Excellent username, always has been. I think they're going to implement a limited war system, which might be kind of what you're thinking of. Oh, what do you mean? Yeah, what would that mean, like a limited war system? Are you a powerful industrialist from 1800? Maybe they need to make the AI smarter about stationing their armies closer to their target before declaring war. Yeah, specifically with how hard it is to transport armies now. They might, because like they said, they're taking like a big deep dive into the AI. Oh, hey there, Wakasha Hussein, hello, greetings from Pakistan. Oh, awesome, hello, how are you? Good to see you. Thanks, I saw your tutorials. Ah, nice, nice. Good, good. I'm glad they're helpful. Very cool to have someone from Pakistan. How's it going over there? Who are you playing with in your run while you were watching the tutorials? All right, so we're moving along. Okay, so we're now getting to the arms industry, the artillery foundry, the naval fortifications. After we do this, I really do want to build paper mills, some universities, some government admins, and then we'll circle back around to construction and try to increase that. But we are at the 2-hour mark here, so we do have to take a quick 90-second break, pay homage to the gods of ads here so that we don't have to watch ads during gameplay. So we're going to take 90 seconds, and then we will be right back. All right, and we're back. Let's see what I missed. Oh yeah, you know what's cool about this game? It's very close to the Red Dead Redemption era. This is true, right? You plays the United States, you can basically or Mexico, basically relive Red Dead Redemption. They haven't said what it would be, but I imagine certain war goals will only allow certain numbers of troops to mobilize and fight there. Not sure. Oh, that would be fascinating. Yeah. That would be very fascinating. I mean, in general, I feel like a lot of the changes we're seeing, a lot of the mechanic changes are leading up to an eventual World War I DLC. When National Awakening came out, the whole idea of national fervor, cultural fervor, and national... Oh, I can't speak. Anyway, that is something heavily tied to, I think, a World War I expansion. Iberian Twilight and, like, electoral clientelism and stuff like that is leading towards it. And now the whole naval rework. I think we're going to see in, like, a year or two, maybe two, eventually we're going to see a big World War I DLC come out, I think. That's my guess. I'm fine. They're very helpful. Oh, I played as Two Sicilies. Yes! Two Sicilies is a very fun one to play. I haven't done an Italy campaign in quite some time. I need to try it again. But Two Sicilies, yes, is a favorite one of mine. I've done a Two Sicilies run before. I love playing as them. Oh my god, yes, too much military battalion allocation should have political impact. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So let's try... Are we already doing it for this person? Yeah. Let's raise prominence of all these guys. Oh my god. The tooltips are tool-tipping today. And that's all we're going to be able to do, but we'll raise these guys up. Oh, we're also not passing a law. We want to do... I really want to do appointed bureaucrats. We got to do one of these. Ah, God. So we get the shonen in government. Is that who we needed? Yeah. Alright, let's get the shonen in government. We're gonna suffer some radicals because of it. But it's just something we're gonna have to do for now. And I want to do appointed bureaucrats because this taxation capacity is going to give us a lot of money. Also, political strength of bureaucrats, I think, will help the shonen here. So let's do this. And let's double check who our bureaucrats are. Yes. So there we go. Well, we don't see any here. But some of them, apparently, are shonen. Because we need to get shonen up to 10% here. To get the other thing for the reformer agenda. God, if we could get a rush of GDP. What is this again? You know, oh, internal security. You know, that might be an easy one to get. Secret police. I think we'll go for that. So that'll get us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we get that, that's 6. And then the level 3 urban center. That'll be 7. If we get up to 3 levels of urban center, that might give us the GDP we want. We can always go for 40 levels of rice farms. That'd be quite a lot. My guess is next year, there's no obvious feature missing to finally tackle a World War I DLC, which should tackle the war goal system and make army management more interesting. Logic, total war economy. Yeah, I think you're right. I think they would need to do something with the war goal system in order to do something like that. See, I think also... So here's the other thing which makes me think they're going towards a World War I mechanic. I forget which update it was, whether it was National Awakening or Iberian Twilight. They introduced the global journal entry. So like I think Springtime of the Peoples is one of them. So the ability to have a journal entry that's affecting multiple countries around the world, which sounds exactly to me like a World War I mechanic. I think we might see... now, I never played Victoria 2, but I heard that there was this kind of like global tensions event at one point that tracked like the global tension, and if it got to a certain level, World War I broke out. I feel like their introduction of the global journal entry in this game is a precursor for that, which also makes me think we're leading up to a World War I DLC. So I think that might be one of the next things that we see come out. So what is your grand plan, Shogun? Well, in this one, we're going to try to modernize. The previous run we did we stayed pretty traditional in order for certain achievements. This time around, we're gonna go for Railroad Tycoon. So we're gonna try to form the Tycoonate and go for this achievement. But I would like to modernize, do the Meiji Restoration and all that, because we had to forego that last time. Hey, FFS Nick available. Hello, hello. How are you? Good to see you. I try to continue my Japan game after the patch, and from plus 250 authority, I went to negative 1.4k. Yeah, that's because with the patch they just released this morning, the political concessions amendment. Yes, here we go. We have one. The political concessions amendment now costs 100 authority. A very big change. So now all of the political concessions you've given have taken away 100 authority from you. So it's quite expensive. It's quite expensive now. No massive invasion. That sounds fun. Yeah. Yeah, no, not being massively invaded is always nice. I'm surprised we haven't heard from Great Britain yet about our market. Very surprised by that. Look at this. If we could get anybody else, oops, in the government with the shonen. Oh, we can. What the hell's my problem? All right, let's get the Jisha in there. Wait, do we have an active? We don't. Okay. So let's get the Jisha back in there. Let's negotiate with them. Ooh, they're gonna ask for a lot though. But we need it. The Jisha have agreed to meet at a local market to surreptitiously discuss changing their stance on appointed bureaucrats. So yeah, more political concessions. We'll go into negative authority. Raise standard of living 3 points. I just don't think that's gonna do it. Ooh. Oh, look at this. Okay, and this is interesting. So it's gonna cost even more authority, because we already gave the Jisha some political concessions previously. Honestly, I'm gonna vow to improve our standard of living to 10. We have 10 years to do it. It's possible we could do it. We're probably going to fail it. I'd rather take an angry Jisha in 10 years and get these appointed bureaucrats, as opposed to losing 150 authority right now. So we'll do that. The Anti-Russian League has offered us an opportunity to acquire trade privileges from Great Britain. Their proposal, if accepted, is intended to counter Russian interests. Okay. Sure. Oh, you know, I didn't, I like to pin my trade centers. Yeah, we're not doing a lot because of our laws. Ooh. The peasant movement has convened in Kyoto to rally support and publicly discuss the specifics of peasant proprietorship. The event has attracted much attention from locals. Despite not enjoying full rights under Japanese law, some of the wealthier Han people have begun moving into neighborhoods and frequenting establishments they would normally be excluded from. Yeah, so we don't want to lose pop attraction from the shonen right now, so we're going to have to suffer through this. The retired emperor, abdicated father of the sitting emperor, has passed away. He is remembered for his efforts to restore imperial prestige and has been granted the posthumous name of Kukaku. Okay, cool. I swear Britain is the bully of this game. It is. It very much is. Always. You never want to see that pop up. Great Britain has a diplomatic play against you. Hey, Bacap, hello, hello. In Vicky 2, if a war broke out after like 1900 and both sides had at least two great powers, the war got named, oh, the Great War, and other great powers could join either side for free. Oh, that is a very interesting mechanic. I would like to see something like that. Yeah, all the time, whenever I reach like 1900 and you just see like a big war pop up, just in my head, I'm like, oh, there's the Great War. I was trying to peacefully play Morocco one day, just do industry and stuff, and Britain declared war on me. Yeah, exactly. So no matter who you are, they'll do that. I guess now they don't do it as much, though, because they can't get around as much. Does having at least one trade center in all states help with MAPI? It doesn't help with MAPI, but it does help with the price of local goods, because you're importing goods and they get sold in that state as local goods. So it does help with that, but I don't think it does anything for you with MAPI specifically. An influential faction within the samurai has grown frustrated with their co-members' neutrality on the topic of appointed bureaucrats. Themselves in favor of the law, they have now resolved to form a separate political faction intent on passing it. Ah, nice. No, we'll do this. Now, I haven't built any ships yet, because we really do need an artillery foundry for the ships. And we don't have any. So once we get through this, once we get the artillery foundry, we're going to start building a navy. I think the improved standard of living might ask a bit too much. In my Spain game, they asked me to go from 9.7 to 14 in 1850. Damn. Yeah, we were just talking about this before. Oh, nice. We have lathe now. Okay, good. Yeah, normally they're asking for like 3 points, though we just got one at the very beginning of the run today, where it only asked for 0.9, which was very surprising, and so we were able to do that one. This one I don't know about so much. Alright, nice. So now we're working on the Atmo engine, which is good. Which does mean, though, we're going to need to get some coal going here. So but what we're going to do is, we're going to build this stuff. The next phase we're doing paper, universities, government admins. And then we'll work on construction. And the first thing we'll build for construction will be the coal mine, so we can move to the Atmo engine here. Do we really need to be subsidizing right now? Let's see. I don't know. I don't think so. Yeah, I think they're okay. Now, for us, look at us. Look at our budget. You know, we're going to add one more construction sector. All right, good. We're going to get a food industry soon. If you give out investment rights, you could ask for some ships in return. Oh, that's a good idea. Although we still need the artillery foundry to maintain the ship, because it'll become an input good in the shipyards. But see, the problem is we need somebody in our region that has level 2 interest. And the only people with interest in our region right now are us, Korea, and Qing. So we need to build a ship and go out and start creating our own interests elsewhere. I suppose that's why we haven't heard from the British yet. They don't have an interest in our region yet. Oh yeah, that's right. But yeah, trade privileges. I don't think we can ask for trade privileges, because I think we need more of an interest. Oh, we can. But they're like, nah, hell no. Yeah, they don't like us very much. We could try to improve relations. Although I do want them to come force our market open, so... you shouldn't need to subsidize. If it's profitable, just turn on more iron frame. Yeah. Well, so we had it subsidized earlier. I kind of forgot I was still subsidizing it. But yeah. Well, I mean, we were paying part of the wages, but I think now it's kind of adjusted itself. Which is good. Yeah, so it's going to take us 3 years for that. Yeah, we never read through this. Since the Kanai era in the earliest days of the Tokugawa power, Japan has been a country closed to outsiders. A trickle of trade with a few select nations at a few designated ports is all that has ever been allowed. While this system has lasted for more than 2 centuries, the world is beginning to change in ways that make it harder to keep the country locked down, even if interests within Japan wish things could remain the same forever. If foreign attempts to open our land cannot be stopped, then we must import their ideas as well as their goods. Alright. Oh, look at... Oh, man. So look, we'll get plus 25% political strength to the shonen. So if we can open the market, open our borders before the Tenpo crisis ends, we might be able to get these guys to 10%. Hey, Dobbs, thank you for the follow. Very awesome of you. Thank you, thank you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you? Build more construction sectors. Yeah, I know. I realized that once I saw our surplus budget. True. I forget that you still need the goods to maintain the ships. Yeah. As soon as you see Great Britain go for Great Qing, you know you are next. Yeah, this is true. I'm about to start up a new game. Who should I play as, Ham? Ooh, who should you play as? Who should you play as? I always try to focus runs around achievements. But if you're not doing one for achievement, I think... Well, we were just talking about Persia. Persia would be a very interesting one to do. I think Brazil would be very interesting right now, because you could definitely create a bit of a navy with them. I think, too, one of the Indonesian countries might be very interesting to play with, because you really will need a navy. And then lastly, maybe Australia. I say go with the Philippines. Do a Philippines run. And build up that Filipino navy. Hey Joe, what's up? What's up? Just finished work and sadness has overtaken knowing I missed the live. Oh, that's okay. We had to restart the run because the hotfix that was released this morning bricked our previous save. So, you're in episode 1 right now. Glad to catch a stream. Been binging your videos to relearn the game. Appreciate all the help. Ah, thank you, my friend. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's really cool of you to stop in and say so. I love it when someone does that. So thank you. Glad they're helpful. Who are you playing with to relearn the game? Oh, hello, Ignis Flamebringer. Okay, and the username game is on point today. That is a nice username. Ignis Flamebringer. Hello, hello. Popping into really quick with 2 things. Strongly recommend making the "an" in your title the red part, as JAP was used as a... Oh, you know, ooh, I didn't think of that. Yeah. That's a good point. I might actually change that thing. Yikes. Thank you. And 2, don't make my mistake and miss out on the railroad tycoon by moving to universal and or census suffrage before building all the railroads. Oh, good to know, because I am going to go for that in this one. Okay, good to know. So don't move on to those before we get the railroads built. Very nice. Thank you. I appreciate it. Don't you start with a treaty with the Netherlands? I know Japan started with it before this DLC. Yes. Oh, yeah, look at this. You know, I didn't even notice this. And they don't want to do it in return, huh? Can we sell them anything? I mean, we don't have a lot to sell, to be honest. Alright, I'll come back to this. Because we're not trading a lot as it is. Alright, yeah, so next laws we're going for... Open the borders. So we can do this with the Shonen. And then get rid of Sakoku. I'll go for the borders first, because it's very possible Great Britain is gonna force us to open our markets up. Though previously opposing the appointed bureaucrats' laws, Oshio Hayashiro has considered the Shonen's political position and instead offers support. Alright, look at that. We can get plus 5% interest group pop attraction to the Shonen here. Yeah, we'll take this one. Actually did a Persia run. Fun, but I clearly need to learn more about manipulating interest groups. Oh, laws with the pig issue. Yeah. Persia is one of those, kind of like Japan here, where you start off with your landowners like over 40% power. Makes it a little bit difficult. Philippines seems fun. Yeah. There's actually one Philippine-specific achievement that we got from Iberian Twilight. It's a pretty easy one. I mean, I say that. I haven't actually gone for it yet. But you can... It's a run where you can get an achievement that you can't get in any of the other ones. Alright, so we got these guys going. Might as well use the wrought iron tools now that we got an iron workshop here. We're doing the hardwood. We're doing the tools. Now we're going to get our arms industry and our artillery foundry. The state of Kyoto has been struck by a blight. Crops are dying left and right, and the harvest is sure to be less than expected this year. Damn. 2,000 government expenses. Yeah, I'd rather not. I think we'll just get 5 years of the agricultural throughput in Kyoto. Yeah, we don't have a lot of agricultural stuff in Kyoto, so that's not bad. Thanks. Became Empire of Japan once those are implemented. Nice. Yeah, see, that's what I want to do. And thank you for the praise for the username. I came up with it when I was like 10. Oh, wow. Very nice then for a 10-year-old, and it's been my username ever since. And as always, thank you so much for the tutorials. They're the best. Ah, you're welcome. You're welcome. I appreciate you coming in to say so. Wow. You were an awesome 10-year-old then. I love it. Oh, hey, Reverse Hamcuts. What's up, buddy? How are you? And we're back to the quest to have Ainu as the primary culture. Yeah, we are going to go for that. Yesterday I was playing as Carlos Spain. I was going to do the Reconquista, the Sovereign Empire, but the Great Britain, you know. Yeah. A new save file. Are you going to try to do the Titanate this time using the Honorable Restoration Diary? Yes, that is absolutely what we're going to do. Since we had to restart, We might as well lean into the Titanate and try to modernize here. Speaking of which, all right, what do we need again here? Oh, we don't have isolationism. There we go. So there's a whole bunch of stuff that's going to help us with what we're trying to do here. Oh, and then we'll get, I forget what this is, the hidden domain. Oh, the hidden domain, that's right. That's the Ryokyo stuff over here. Okay. Where are we with military tech? What are we getting? Mandatory service. Oh, nice. And then next it'll give us line infantry, and we can start upgrading some of our units. And we only have 5 years left for the Tenpo crisis. Starting to get there. Yeah, back, cough. 30 years ago, cough. Yeah. Same with you. Same with you. I'm also in my 40s. Oh, the usernames we created back then. I don't even remember what all of my usernames were back in the day. Probably, I think they all had something to do with soccer. If you abolish Sakoku in the laws, you automatically abolish closed borders. Oh, really? I thought we can't... Oh. Oh. Well, that changes things. See, I was thinking we would go for the borders next. But we can get it, we can get a 2-for-1, huh? Well, then we're going for this next. So we'll have the Shonen. This will help our budget out so much. We might be able to add another construction sector when this passes. Yeah, good luck with that. I know, that's true. Getting rid of Sakoku is not an easy task. But we will try. We certainly will try. This country doesn't seem beginner-friendly at all. Yeah, all that tax waste. All the hard laws that change. That's what I'm saying. I think any country that has unique content is a difficult one to play for beginners, which is why I always say, like France is not a good country for beginners because you have all of the voice of the people stuff going on. Spain used to be fairly beginner-friendly. But I don't think so anymore now with all of the Iberian Twilight stuff. Like Austria, forget it. That is not a beginner country anymore. And even same thing with Brazil. I don't think Brazil is a good beginner country just because of all its unique content. Brazil is a fantastic country to play. It's a lot of fun. But that's also because of all the unique content it got in Colossus at the South. But not very beginner friendly. Alright, we're losing some of our interests here. We really do need to get a navy going. We really need this artillery foundry. Also, unique content experience doesn't apply to all countries, while generic content experience applies to all countries. Yeah. Yeah, so it gets you prepared for the vast majority of countries that you're going to be playing as. Just a reminder, for Tycoonate, you need a non-traditionalist leader. It can be the third leader who's moderate, or the one of your choice who's a modernist and preferably 100 legitimacy. Yeah, I forget. Our guy is... Oh, he's traditionalist. Yeah, so we're kind of waiting for this guy. Well, we got some time. We got some time before we need that. Because we haven't even gotten the Honorable Restoration yet. For the Netherlands renegotiation, you can see if you can buy fruit from them. Japan is always in the negative when it comes to fruit, from what I remember. That's a good point. Where are we with fruit? Oh, look at that. So we're down 74. Not a bad idea. Try it out. Oh, wow. Oh, they don't want to sell us fruit. The only thing they want to sell us is sugar. And just a very little amount. Yeah, like, we could owe them an obligation. But the thing is... Well, first off, we're not really trading much right now anyway. So I don't really... It's not something I need to do right now. Eventually, we might do that. So once we start getting a few more trade centers, that might be worth it. It also includes the achievement of giving a battleship to a Hispanic country, right? Yeah. We have to do the pre... When we build a pre-dreadnought, we want to sell it to Spain. Or maybe Portugal, too. And then we'll get an achievement there. Also, sorry to be a pronunciation snob, but for Japanese... Oh, I don't mind at all. I like knowing what the pronunciations are. They use a syllabary. All consonants end in a vowel. A is A, I is iu, U, E is A, O is O, and yo can be added to make kayo or kayoto. Oh, interesting. So that's how it breaks down. A is A, I is E, U. Ooh. Ah, okay. Ah, appointed bureaucrats. Oh, look at that budget. Look at that budget. All right. So we're gonna do this. Oh. Oh man, it's like getting paid every Friday. I had money for a second in the checking account, and now it's just gone. The rent came due. Did not end up doing much for us. Alright. Ooh, what's going on? Wait, what? What other treaty? No, not that. Oh. Oh, do you know? I forgot. We need these treaties so that when the honorable restoration starts, we can break one of them. But we're losing money on this stupid treaty. Interesting. For selling is a lot harder now since you really need more shipyards to get the supply ships, and they are pretty far. Yeah. Yeah, there is that as well. Okay. So let's look at this. 6% in a dream. That's what we got. Damn, though. We already negotiate. We have an active promise to the Jisha. Can we get the samurai or the hyman in there? Oh man, I didn't realize the hymen are marginalized now. You know what we could do? We can start. All right, here's what we're going to do. So let's start the process. And now throw the samurai in there, negotiate with them, and instead of having 6.9% success chance, we'll have 22.6. The samurai have agreed to meet at a local market to surreptitiously discuss changing their stance on protectionism. So commit to increasing the size of the army. the power projection. I might do this. Vow to pass agrarianism next. Oh. Yeah, we'll do that, actually. I was going to say, I would take this because once we upgrade our units to line infantry, it's going to drastically boost our army power projection, but we're going to want to do this anyway. All right, and now we got 22% there. How do you distribute your trade centers in this country? I think it's kind of the same with everywhere else. You want to do maybe one or two in places like... I would like to build one. I always like to have one or two levels in the state where I have my construction sectors. So if we need to import construction goods. But then you want to take your market capital. Yeah. And you want to build the majority of them here, because you get extra trade advantage in your trade centers that are in your market capital. So this will be like our main trading state. And then we'll have one or two various other ones throughout the country as we go. And I won't even really build the various ones. Eventually we'll have a company that I'm going to give trade rights to, and they're going to build some anyway. So the place that I'm really going to be building trade centers will be here in Kyoto. To remember, treaties help with involvement now. Yeah, so if you have the treaty with the Netherlands, you could improve relations with neighboring countries to increase the involvement a little more. That's true too. So it does help us. But we're going to end up getting something in the... I forget exactly what it is, but in the honorable restoration where in the option you need to like break a treaty with somebody. So one of those are going to get broken. I'm pretty sure... I don't remember if it has to be a European country. Or if it can be anyone. Because we'll break that. I'd like to break that Qing one and keep the Dutch one. Oh, we got the... Oh. Shogun Tokugawa Aiyoshi, a prominent opponent of protectionism, has begun to maneuver towards halting the enactment of the law by force. His bid for power is backed by a faction of the daimyo. Damn, so the Shogun is going to try to coup us, huh? Ooh, hold on, though. We still have serfdom. If these guys join it, we're going to get the Thanks Obama achievement. This will be tough, though. So he's going to end that, and he's going to enable hereditary bureaucrats again. Ooh, yikes. Well, let's see what happens here. This is going to be... Alright, let's figure out what we're doing here. Kakiku, Kiko... So, oh, interesting. Okay, so Kaio is pronounced as a single syllable, ko. Oh, ko. With A-Y in the middle. Kaio. Kaio. Oh, okay. I don't know if the big issue was fixed prior to minor hotfixes. Abdicating with the shogunate... With the shogun created a random shogun character that wasn't a Tokugawa. If you're going to abdicate, say beforehand. Oh, okay. Kyoto is a two-syllable name. Okay. Is there a point to giving trade center rights to more than one company? Yeah, if the company owns levels of the trade center, you get extra trade advantage on exporting the goods that they produce. So having all of your companies have a little bit of trade centers will just give you that much extra trade advantage in all those goods. Yeah, get him out of the army, right? This is, though, going to create... Alright, we're going to take a save real quick. Because this does... The coup mechanics, if you retire the general... There's another event that'll pop up, and it's basically a coin flip, whether the coup is successful or not. Oh, I wonder though, we can unassign him. We can unassign him. What else do we have here? So popularity, the rank. Oh, legitimacy of the government. Oh yeah, we have high legitimacy. So let's throw the shonen in there. We can continue that. Oh wait. Oh, whoops, I read that wrong. We want high legitimacy. Whoops. Yeah, we could stop the coup if we did that. Okay, so these guys... I kind of want to add this up here. Hold on. If we could get the shonen to endorse this, we could heavily defeat this coup. So their amenability, 50 plus the 14 plus 0.45, minus 64.22 plus the 1.25, minus 8.49, minus 100, minus 24, plus 20. So that's a negative 111.1. So even if we got rid of the active negotiation, we would still be at a negative 11.01 with their amenability. All right. So, yeah, we need to get the shonen back out of there. And then... coup resistance from institution. Oh, the coup's commander is located in the capital state. Oh, yeah, that's right. So, what army is he part of? Where can we send you? Send you over there. Okay. Let's see what happens here. Can't wait to see the new event where you get to send someone to a Western country. Yeah, to learn from them. Not sure what you have to do to get that event, but I want to see what country you decide to pick. Yeah, we didn't get to do that last time because we didn't modernize. Now we're going to do that. Sorry, not Kyoto. Kyoto. Oh, I see. Kyoto instead of Kyoto. Oh, I see what you're saying. Kyoto. Kyoto. There we go. Nailed it. The music is very fitting for the coup. Yeah, I know, right? It's adding stress as I'm looking at it. Wait, so the coup's commander is still located there. What army is he part of? The Kunai Guard army. Where are they? Yeah, so the commander, though... The rank of the commander. See, the problem is it's the damn shogun. You don't retire. Every time I did that with Sokoto, the coup ended up being successful immediately. Yeah, basically, there's like a percentage it goes to. Like, it's going to be successful, immediately be successful or not successful. And the odds are in the coup's favor. Quickly send him to war so he dies CK3 stuff, yeah. Oh, Kyoto. Oh, I see. Kyoto. I got it. Kyoto. Not Kyoto. Oh, Kyoto. Kyoto. Ah, got it. Yeah, if you're not going to retire him, at least go to his army and replace him with someone else. This triggers an event that angers the landowners, but not too much, I think. Well, so that's the thing I'm wondering. If we replace him, like if we unassign him, is that the same as retiring him? Because this is a new mechanic now. Let's take a save. I want to test this. Because previously, yeah, retiring the general brings up an event. If we unassign him, what does that do? Okay, so no event popped up. Oh, the coup's commander is unassigned from field command. Okay. They thought of our ways. Some Japanese people are unfairly blaming the poor living conditions in Japanese Izuchi on their Ainu neighbors. Yeah, let's not lose the authority for now. Shogun Tokugawa Ieyasu has become aware of the state's efforts to reduce the amount of military forces available to him. He has accused the general of recklessly meddling in military affairs. Oh, yeah, this is the event you were talking about. I see. Let's rank. So maybe let's create a new army. We'll assign him there. Oh yeah, he needs 1 battalion. Why is it going to take 12 days? Where are they? Who's there? Nagasaki Guard. Okay. So the Nagasaki Guard. And now... And then you travel... That's like the furthest we'll be able to send them, right? Yeah. Alright, let's see what we did there. Oop, we gave him as feet. So he's assigned, but he has less soldiers. Alright, but he's moving right now. So let's see what happens when he's done moving. Alarm! The cheese didn't work. I know. Oh no, the game's got cheese blocks on. All right, what did that do to us? Yeah, see, the problem is he's always going to be in the capital state because he's the shogun. Let's think about this. A merchant from Great Britain has attempted to ignore the strict protocols of Sakoku and trade at an unsanctioned port. Their vessel, the Wakalin Smith, has been driven away under fire by coastal batteries. Relations, such as they are with Great Britain, have soured. Oh. The option to forcibly end Sakoku early will now be visible in the locked country. An interest group in government opposes Sakoku. Here we go, my friends. Here we go. I mean, these guys oppose it. So let's throw these guys in there. The option to forcibly end Sakoku early will now be visible. Alright, let's do it. The escalating situation and increasing pressures from abroad have made the end of Sakoku an outright emergency. Under these circumstances, we may be able to forcibly end the old system of isolation, but this will infuriate everyone who still supports the old ways. Triggers even picking the lock. I think we're going to do this. Ronu, hey, hello, how are you? Good to see you. Maybe you could put him on a marine unit and then on a boat and send him to Narnia. Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah, actually, that's not a bad idea. Build a marine unit, put him on a boat. Problem is we don't have a navy right now, so I can't send him away. Hey bro, you're the one making threats against the government, right? The boss told you to go to that island far from the capital. Something about a Cooper test or something like that. Oh my god, yeah. Alright, let's do this. With tumult rising from within and without, the Bakufu has chosen to press for an immediate end to Sakoku. So we enable mercantilism. So the Shonen, Rangakusha, Gosho, Hyman... Oh, no. So those three guys gain approval. Hyman, Daimyo lose. Oh, or we go to free trade. No, I want to go to mercantilism. All right, and we have migration controls. Awesome. We are going to have a problem here, though. Yeah, the devs definitely paid attention to all the cheese that has been going on with the coups. R.I.P. France. That is true. R.I.P. France in regards to coups. Okay, let's leave the protectionist for another time, yeah. Tell him that he got a free vacation to Iceland. Oh, wait, wrong game. They patched that, too. Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, I think it's Civil War time. No, I think, like Reverse Hamcut said, I think we have to stop protectionism for now, because we're going to keep a righteous government. which is going to end this. And now the legitimacy of the government will force this to go down. Deeply impressed with the current state of the Dutch Navy. Key figures within the Japanese samurai have aligned with the Japanese Dutch Association. Cool. Navigating pressures from within and without, Sokoku has been overturned. Tokugawa Shogunate has unlocked a new future for itself. All right. Yes. So the Shonin are about to get 25% power. There we go. All right. We are at the 3-hour mark here, so we do have to take a quick 90-second break. Pay homage to our gods of ads, because they're about to get hit by ads in a moment. So, 90 seconds, and we will be right back. All right, and we're back, and we're back. So we should be getting the honorable restoration now. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll see what these guys get up to. Oh yeah, and then we're gonna get the naval fortifications. That'll be 5. I think we're going to go for this next. So let's cancel out protectionism for now. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we definitely don't need it. Okay. Now, why can't we go for this? Hey, just 24! Bezos says this will help you with your coup. Ah, thank you, my friend. 2-time Prime membership. Subscription, I mean, I love it. Thank you. Very awesome of you, buddy. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Oh, we need to get the samurai in there. Alright, so we'll wait for this coup to end. And then we can go for that. Oh, then I forgot we promised them agrarianism. We got 4 years on that. Can we do agrarianism now? No, we can't. Alright. Well, let's continue. Alright. Here we go. With Tokugawa shogunate opening its ports, the long dormant question of Ryukyu's allegiance has resurfaced. For generations, the kingdom has walked a careful line. Oh, I forgot to start improving relations with them early. Outwardly a tributary of Great Qing, yet quietly maintaining allegiance to Tokugawa shogunate. Both powers must now consider how to assert their influence. Oh, hey, Ronwu, thank you for the Prime membership. Thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So awesome of you. Wait, did I get a hype train? I don't think I've ever gotten one of those before. Whoa, hype train. I don't even really know what it does. But that's cool. Thank you, my friends. I appreciate it. What so awesome of you. Scam train, is that what it is? Yeah, I don't even really know what it does, to be honest. Making an artillery thing early, yeah. So this is kind of what the new update has done. It really makes you have to change what your opening moves are. You really need an artillery foundry to get a ship going. To get a ship built. So you got to do this much sooner rather than later. Woohoo, Trigger. At least I could do after binging your tutorial series for Vicky. Oh, that's awesome. I appreciate that so much. It made my day. Let's see what it does. I've never gotten a hype train before. All right, so we're going to get the hidden domain here. Oh, we're also going to start earning recognition, which is nice. I know this is for Frostpunk, but I'm sure you can name a city after me in Vicky 3. Oh, yeah, name a town. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think you can change town names in this. we can just assume. Or not assume, I think we'll just pretend. We'll say, like, from now on... Oh, Hiroshima. Let's leave them alone. How about... Sakumo. Sakumo henceforth shall be known as Just 24. I think it's just an encouragement for people to sub or cheer stuff. Oh, okay. Psychology stuff. Cool. Cool. All right, so since the invasion of 1609 by the forces of the Satsuma domain, the kingdom of Ryukyu has existed as a domain of Tokugawa shogunate in all but name. Despite its subjugation by the Satsuma, the court at Shuri has continued to receive investiture from Great Qing and dispatch tribute missions to Beijing, preserving the appearance of independence. This arrangement has endured for generations. However, the balance of power in East Asia has shifted with the growing presence of Western powers and the opening of Japan. Both parties must now clarify their relation to Ryukyu, triggering an open contest for the southern islands. So to sway the money transfers, friendly relations, have more naval power projection, own obligation, and the journal entries. So Ryukyu's court favors our opponent. We must remind them of their obligations to our domain and bring them back under our influence. Okay. Oh, yeah. To change city names, go to the province. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot, that's right. So which one were we going to change? Sakumo. Ha! There we go. There you go, my friend. There's your town. The, let me mark that as done. Woot the woot. I forgot about that thing I put up there. All right. I'll have to remember that's there. And then this one said trade supervisors. By overseeing Naha's harbor, we can place envoys at court to sway Which foreign powers gain access to trade and tribute? Oh, okay, yeah, so we build a level 2 port over there. So Qing will lose some sway. With military access secured, we can send a trusted general to examine Ryukyu's fortifications, ensuring walls and watchtowers reflect our oversight and strategic intent. So we have a military access treaty. We build a shipyards. Okay. And pay tribute to the Kiko Ogimi, whose authority over court rituals and sacred observances can lend weight to our influence in Ryukyu's councils. Ah, okay. So once the Jisha get +5 approval. Okay. So let's create a treaty with them. It's a farming town. Perfect. Oh, nice. I'm glad you like the farming town. All right, let's increase relations. Can we get military access from them? We can. And we'll give them $500 for 5 years. All right. And now we can do this. And what will this do? We permanently assign a general to them. Oh, we get negative 10% formation mobilization speed for 5 years. But we gain 3 monthly sway. Oh, if forces for both Great Qing and Tokugawa Shogunate are inspecting coastal defenses, confrontation may break out. Yeah, let's do it. The end of Sakoku has stirred a sense of powerlessness against foreign encroachment, undermining the authority of the Tokugawa clan. The enemies of the shogunate have rallied around the slogan of Sono Joy, revere the emperor, expel the barbarians. Okay. Interesting. Ah, okay, and we got the honorable restoration now. The opening of Japan has unleashed forces beyond the control of the ruling shogunate. Enraged by the encroachment of predatory foreign powers, militants of the Sonojoy movement demand the deposition of the shogun, restoration of the power of the emperor, and the expulsion of foreigners. All the while, ambitious daimyo seek to use the weakness of the shogunate to advance their own interests. If Japan is to find a place in the world, she must realize the reform necessary to defend herself and settle the conflict between her de jure and de facto sovereigns. Whether alone or alongside the shogun, the emperor must rule. As the activism of the Sonojoy movement increases, factions loyal to the imperial court will seek more forceful means to restore the emperor. Yeah, so we got to decide our reform strategy here. Yeah, beware of the Sonojoy. Yeah. Hey, hello there, Ragnarok Vane. Hello. Hey, sir, I'm trying to play along with your USA walkthrough, but have many questions I posted on your recent USA Part 1 video. Oh, do you go back to old comments? Oh, yes, I do. I'm sorry, I saw that yesterday while I was at work, and then I got distracted, and then it slipped my mind. But yes, I will go. I get to your questions today. Thank you for the reminder, though. I'm glad you did. Also, I'm not quite sure how to get interest in this new system. I send ships to the coast, but the rate growth is so slow. Yeah, so what you do... Well, it's hard for me to show right now because I don't have ships. But what you do is you send ships somewhere to the region, right? And then you get a little bit of interest there, and then you need to start making some treaties for various things. So like trade advantage treaties or whatever, and then adding the treaties in will get you even more involvement. And then you just kind of build on top of that. So I don't want to do this wrong, because this is what's going to help. This is where I need to make a decision here that's going to get us the Taikanate. For the power of the Tokugawa to survive, the shogunate must reform. Such a reform may proceed in one of two directions. The shogun may seek to renew the legitimacy of the bakufu through unification with the imperial court, or may pursue restoring the emperor in a controlled fashion to place himself at the head of the parliamentary government. Interest also grows from treaties. Yeah, and the ships get much better at adding interest later on. Yeah, that's true too. So the bigger the navy is, the more you'll add to that interest level. But once you start adding treaties, or like over in Africa, if you start colonizing or things like that, you can move your ships out and still keep the level of interest. So the shogunate reformers are split between two theories of governance. The theory of Kobugatai seeks to renew the legitimacy of the bakufu through fusion with the imperial court, whilst the theory of public deliberation seeks to establish a parliamentary system headed by the Tokugawa clan. Yes, we don't want to do this. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, we might have done this too early. Yeah, we're supposed to wait for the modernizer. Okay. So every series is allowed one. Oh my god. The game crashed. Oh man. They really are on to the cheese. Oh god, it crashed. Going back, crashed the game. Come on now. Alright, let's load this back up. Whoopsie. Let's choose anything and wait for the reload option. Yeah. Oh, you can use the renovate option again later. It recharges. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, wait, are you planning to do another starting up nation video? I mean, I definitely am going to do another one. I haven't really decided what country I'm gonna do. Because I'm kind of waiting to see where like the new hot fixes land us, and then the new AI update. Though it seems like I don't know when the AI update is coming, so I might not exactly wait for that. But yeah, no, I definitely want to do another one. I just haven't decided what country to do yet. Bugtoria 3. Yeah, it seems like it. GG. Okay, so let's load up that. I've done so much scumming. It feels like the RNG seed doesn't work. Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I can't believe that much happened between January 1st and January 13th. Oof. Okay. I didn't realize. So we had put that person in there. We'll take this again. Let's revoke Sakoku. With tumult rising from within and without, the Bakufu has chosen to press for an immediate end to Sakoku. We took this so we can get mercantilism. We're going to cancel this. We're going to go back to the 100% righteous government so that this coup will end. Navigating pressures from within and without, Koku has been overturned. Tokugawa Shogunate has unlocked a new future for itself. Alright. I did the same thing the first time, too. Yeah. Oh, hey! Gabriel Enrique. Hello, hello. Gabriel Enrique is 7-Up. I love that. I love it. Yeah, right. Especially with new narrative content, you never know. Deeply impressed with the current state of the Dutch Navy. Key figures within the Japanese samurai have aligned with Japanese-Dutch Association, so we will do that. Oh no, everything leaked. Your wallpaper is SpongeBob SquarePants. Wait, what? What happened? Okay, so now the Ryukyu stuff. I forgot about that. So let's do our Ryukyu stuff. So we wanted to do our military access and 500 here. We'll do that for 5 years. The end of Sakoku has stirred a sense of powerlessness against the foreign encroachment, undermining the authority of the Tokugawa clan. So yeah, this was the one we just did. So we got that. And we'll do the inspect. Well, let's take a save real quick. Yeah, truly turbulent times in Japan for sure. Whoopsies. Didn't we just do all this? Is this Groundhog's Day? Alright. So we're good there. Uh-oh. Ah, but not the place that's going to give us an achievement. Wait, so what's going on here? What's wrong with you guys? Yeah, so from Open Japan. I know, the busiest month in Japanese history, seriously. It's like, I can't believe we did that much in just this 1 month. So they're at 93%. Oh, who's this guy? So we can imprison this guy for a little bit. It will add to their activism, though. Oh, these guys... Okay, these guys don't like the warrior caste peasant levies law. Which one would they prefer? Mass conscription. Okay, yeah, we can't go for mass conscription. I wonder... Can we imprison this guy without... Oshio Hayashiro has been arrested and put on trial for crimes related to his political agitation. He faces an unsympathetic judge and a lengthy jail sentence if convicted. So we'll get 3 years where they just get 1%. I think we'll take this one. He's adding 15%. So we'll get a negative 13% to their activism for 5 years. I think that's a good amount of time. So we'll do that. Victoria 3 made me love political prisons. Yeah, I know, right? Like, ooh, this is true. All right, that brought them down to 81. So are we soon moving into Total War II Shogun timeline? I think so. From what I've heard, I've never played Total War II Shogun, but I've heard there's some carryover. All right, so the coup's going to go away shortly, which is good. And we're managing this well. So what we're going to do is, once the coup goes away, we don't need 100% legitimacy anymore, and then we'll start going for professional army, which we want anyway. And that will eliminate another 2.5% of activism from these guys. So, the conspiracy to overthrow the sitting Japanese government has lost all momentum against the daimyo. Shogun Tokugawa Ieyasushi's plot has been abandoned. Excellent. So now... Oh, although... I would like to go for that. Either way, we want to get the samurai into government. Oh, what? Oh, the samurai. Okay. I thought the samurai were insurrector. I forgot. The daimyo are. Okay, so we're gonna be like this. So we could do that. Professional army. How much time do we have left on the... So we got 4 years left for the Tenpo crisis. Because I want to pass this. But let's go for professional army. Because we need it anyway. You know, if they're gone... No, not going to work. What if we get rid of these guys? Can we add... No. Alright, so we'll leave it as is. Alright. We have our artillery. We can finally build some ships. So let's create a fleet. Oh yeah, we can't put anybody in it yet. If we increase the supply capacity, we'll need more grain. So let's start with a mod... Oh, no, wait. Hold on. I want to start with frigates. More iron and hardwood. Yeah, let's just start with this. Excluding the classics, Medieval 2 and Rome. Oh wait, Total War Shogun 2 is the best Total War game by far. Oh, I see, excluding the classics, yeah. Do I want to add in the extra armor? Yeah, hardwood is a little expensive right now. Alright, let's do that. Patrol boats. Let's save it for now. So we'll create that. And let's start with 10 of these guys. There we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna get that 5. We'll go for this 6. What are our urban centers up to? We have 1 here. 1. So these guys are at 2. They have 200 right now. How much urbanization does a paper mill add? 20. And a university adds 20. So we're going to add universities. How much does government admins add? Another 20. Okay. So by creating our paper mills, universities, and government admins, we'll get 3 places up to level 3 urbanization. So we'll concentrate the paper mills, government admins, and universities in 3 states. And that'll add this in for us. God, if these guys could just get to 10. That's going to be tough now. I'm hoping for one thing. When a general fails in a coup, there's a chance of an event where he goes into exile out of shame. If the general is your leader... Oh, it's like a self-abdication. Oh, yeah, that's right. I wonder how that works. It's, yeah, our shogun is the one who did that. Very interesting. It's cool how now you can just have a navy of only capital ships if you want. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you don't have to have the same balance stuff now, which is kind of cool. And you can, so it means you can really specialize the navies a lot more. Oof. Well, unfortunately, I hate to say this, but I am at my stopping point for the day. I have a hard out at this time. But I am going to be continuing tonight. So, yeah, so that'll be it for this session. But I do have another session I'm doing tonight where we're going to continue this run. That starts at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. So that's what, in about 6.5 hours from now. So hopefully I'll see everybody then. Private schools would be good to go for at first, just to get the intelligentsia to the clout needed. Oh, yeah. Well, we need the petite bourgeoisie. I forget if that will help the petite bourgeoisie as well. Oh, but the the shonen are also, I forgot, bureaucrats. So building more government admins are going to give them more clout too. So that actually might do a lot for us when we come back. Yeah, very sad. But thanks for the stream. Yes, you're welcome, my friend. Thanks for watching it. I think you want to go with the cheapest armor and armament options on your ships for now. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. For now, I don't want to build it up too much, because we can always upgrade them later. Thank you, DeWolf. You have a good one, too. Joe Melton, thank you. Might make it for tonight. Okay, awesome. Cool. If you can, that'd be great. I think on Twitch, we'll do a raid. Toady just started her stream. Oh, excellent. Okay, so that's what we'll do. So if you're on Twitch, stick around for the raid. If you're on YouTube, this will be a see you later, because hopefully I'll see everybody tonight. But thank you for watching, everybody. As always, I truly, truly appreciate it. And hopefully I will see everyone tonight. So once again, if you're on Twitch, stick around for the raid. And as always, be awesome, my friends. I'll see you next time.